Wildcat athletes being presented to the Gerald Prim Stadium crowd. Larry Pryor, Wildcat football player who went on to play at Texas A&M, and Dr. Jamie Sims Gold, Lady Cat golfer who had a great career at Southern Mississippi. And they are standing right now at the 50-yard line and being introduced to the crowd. Tony, I think you know at least one of those folks.
I know Jamie very well, being a golfer, and my boys, she was in the era where my boys were there. Quality person first and foremost, but she kind of made herself into a golfer. Her family loved golf, but when she got in, she wasn't real good, and she stayed with it and made it into something and got a scholarship, and now she's an optometrist. I'm not real sure where she lives, but very deserving. Larry was top of everything when he was here. First I heard of him was an 8th grade game where he was so much bigger than everyone else. Every time they threw the ball to him in the first half, I think he caught 8 passes and scored on all of them. Wow. They had to take him out because it was just unfair. Right. But turned his athletics prowess into a scholarship at A&M, and quality person and a super athlete.
Well, it's a great event that they have. I don't know if it's annually, but it seems like it's annually.
It is
that you
every
have
year.
Hall of Honor inductees presented here. So Larry Pryor and Dr. Jamie Sims Gold are the latest Sulphur Springs Hall of Honor nominees. Well, the Wildcats and the Paris Wildcats tonight. Of course, the Wildcats coached by Brandon Faircloth. And he is in his 16th season as a head coach, 13 at Port Neches Groves, his 4th season here at Sulphur Springs. Overall, he is 131-63, and his record here at Sulphur Springs midway through his 4th season is 30-11. And the Wildcats are coached by Steve Hohenberger. He is in his 13th season at Paris, where he is 63, or I should say 83-63. And his overall record in his 20th season of coaching is 104-114. He was coach at Irving Nimitz for several years before coming to Paris. Steve Hohenberger, the head coach.
He graduated from North Lamar, so he kind of went to the other side of town, but he's found a home, and he's a real quality guy. And, of course, the assistant AD is Chad Hellberg, who's my nephew, so I get a little bit of insight, but I hadn't had the chance this week to check and see what's happening. But I know a little bit more about Paris than a lot of schools.
This series with Paris goes back a long way to 1924, and Tony, Paris has had the better of it. They have won 49 times. Sulphur Springs has won 35 times, and there have been 5 ties in that series. It is not the oldest series. I put that up this week. The oldest series is with Greenville.
That's what I was thinking.
It goes back to 1914.
Yeah, but we didn't play Paris during my years, but we had a dry spell in the 60s and 70s that we weren't very good. So
Paris
we got some lopsided. Yeah, they were good.
Paris had some very good years.
But they were higher class too than we were. So when we played, it was like 6A to 5A. So.
Right. Wildcats won last year 28-14 at Paris, and in fact, Sulphur Springs has won the last 3 years, all under Brandon Faircloth. But going to be a tough one here tonight for the Wildcats.
This is that next man up mentality tonight, and so coaches have had all week to pump them up and get them, put them in successful positions, and hopefully that's what will transpire tonight. We need a good effort.
Paris 5-2 on the season, 2-1 in district play, and we are about to have our here at Gerald Prim Stadium.
Our invitation tonight is by sophomore Cash Willison. After he's through, remain standing for our national anthem by the Wildcat Band under the direction of Spencer Emerson.
Let us bow our heads. Dear God, we thank you for allowing us tonight to enjoy this game. I ask that you watch over every player, coach, and official on the field. Keep them safe from harm and give them strength, focus, and clear minds as they compete. Help both teams to play with respect, discipline, and good sportsmanship no matter the outcome. Be with our families, fans, cheerleaders, drill team, and band members who are here to support and celebrate the spirit of this game. Remind us all, actions
And now the national anthem coming up from the Sulphur Springs High School Band as the Paris Wildcat takes the field. I think we might have got out of order as far as the planned
We had
pregame
2 fight songs and the anthem all going at one time, so you never know what'll happen. But it's close to football now. Whatever's been happening is done.
Okay, we'll see if we if we had the anthem or not there.
Yeah, well, unless they were playing the fight song, but the band director got in. I think they played them while Paris played the fight song.
Well, we're kind of loose here. I see the officials lined up at the yard as if they're expecting the anthem.
Well, it got pretty loud.
Two teams both lined up along the sidelines as if we will now have the anthem. We'll see. Sulphur Springs and Paris from Gerald Prim Stadium, Bradford press box here tonight. And here we go with the national anthem. All right, so now we will resume with our pregame festivities here and official doings. We'll have the coin toss shortly. Paris, I was telling you, 5-2. They are 2-1 in district play. They opened up with a 35-28 win over Singer. They lost to Texarkana Pleasant Grove, 24-7. No disgrace there.
No.
Beat Van Alstine, 52-24. They beat White House, 48-21. Defeated Lake Dallas in a close game. That's a district game, of course, 20-16. I was surprised, Tony, they lost to Panther Creek 50-12. I'm surprised that was
I think
one-sided.
Panther Creek has the opportunity to do that. So, well, yes, I am a bit, but not a whole lot.
And then last week, Paris beat Aubrey 49-17. So if you're looking at comparative scores, that's pretty to the Wildcat win over Auburn 45-14. That would be the team they had in common. We are having the coin toss right now. Ibarra and Eric Rodriguez and I'm making another captain tonight for Sulphur Springs, and that
Lucas
is
Shirley.
Lucas Shirley. Wildcats, by the way, wearing their black jerseys, which we see from time to time here tonight. The royal blue pants and the white hair here. And the Wildcats' colors are blue and silver. They look a lot like the Detroit Lions. Wildcats win the toss.
receive. I'm surprised at that.
Elect to receive. So Harris wearing the silver helmets, white jerseys, navy blue numbers, white pants, blue and silver stripes. So Wildcats will have the football first.
That's a little surprising to me with our injury situation, but we may let's get after it. We're going to play ball. I've got confidence in the fellas.
80 degrees get underway. Pleasant evening. And winds are from the south, although they have died down now good, but they were kicking up quite a bit when I was here about 5:30. But I don't see that they are blowing all that much, although the flags are kind of hard to see there to the south zone, Tony.
It's a nice night, though. We call it football weather, but it's a whole lot nicer than it has been. This heat wave is holding on, but stay comfortable.
Yeah. Pleasant that we have had this season was the first night, which was still in August, there in Mesquite, and that was almost cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was by far the nicest.
I think we're supposed to be a little bit cooler, maybe in the 70s at Nevada next week.
Right. Monday, Tony, day for golf.
Yeah.
So
we've got Dobson Martin and Jack Hare back. Hare to the left, Martin to the right.
For Paris is left-footed James Mitchell. He's a sophomore. He's teed up at the 40-yard line. While with their backs to the north goal, they will be going from left to right. Mitchell with his hand in the air. And now he advances on the ball. And puts a foot into the ball. He does kick it deep to Dobson Martin at the 5-yard line. And Martin lost the handle on the ball. There's a loose ball on the 15-yard line.
I think we got it, but it looks like we got it. Paris isn't jumping up and down. That hit him right in the chest and just bounded away, and he didn't get it. I don't know who.
Quinn Harris.
Okay.
Quinn Harris got it.
He was the up back right in front of us. So a 4-yard bounce right off the bat for the Cats, but now we're going to start at 16-yard and head out.
Quarter for the Wildcats.
Difference this week, he's had a week to prepare, so he's going to be that culture shock being thrown in at Salina last week. That was the worst of world. To be a little better for him.
So make for the in the shotgun. On first down, they throw out in the flat, and the pass is complete.
0.
Quinn Harris made
just
the catch.
A little fake on the handoff to Jackson. Quick here. I think we're going to see that all night. I think we'll be heavier run this week because of injuries, but I also think that our passing game is going to be quick hitters.
2nd and 1 for Sulphur Springs from the 25-yard line. Quick pass into the flat to Quinn Harris, the tight end or H-back, and sometimes he lines up in the slot. Looks like the Wildcats changing the play here. Mason Cooper now takes the snap, and it hits off his hands, and he goes back and catches it, and now recovers and tosses it out to Jackson Hare, but Hare going to be thrown for a big loss back to the 11-yard line.
Those it's hard to think of, but if Jackson had been thinking good, he just drops that one for an incomplete. Let's go 1. Right now we're going to have 30. So that was not what we did, and this is not what we can afford to do. Seriously, there's big sticks this much on 3rd down.
Down at 15 from the 12-yard line. Wildcats have been left to right. Mason Cooper in the shotgun. Has it back to his left. And Cooper rolling out to his left and passing, and it is complete and close to a first down.
He may have it, depend on the spot. I think they're going to give it to him.
I believe that's Jackson Virgil with the catch.
It is. That's a very big play. They put it on there. That's going to be 1st and 10. They hadn't moved any but the box.
They show 4th down over the far side.
It's touching the hash. That's where they put it.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how they're fixing to move it.
All right, now they signal first down.
You put it up hash and move it. So that was a big play. Good job by Cooper squaring up. Good job by Virgil fighting for it because he didn't have the first on the regular play.
Yeah, good run for the catch, 14 yards on the game. And on first down, handoff here. They go between the tackles.
That's Dobson.
That's Dobson Martin on the carry, the junior. And he is hit at the line of scrimmage and may have lost half a yard.
He's hit at the line of scrimmage.
The 20-yard line, we'll call that a loss of 1. Make it still.
They're right on it. 2nd and 10.
Yes, 10. He really didn't lose more than a
couple of inches or so.
Yeah.
Jackson there in the backfield with Cooper this time. 20 on each side.
Snap to Cooper. Back pedal. Moving up in the. He will run it across the line of scrimmage to the 35 to the 40. Still on his feet across the far side and out of bounds around the 45-yard line. What a run by the senior quarterback, Mason Cooper.
46-yard line. That's a hard scramble, and that was an outstanding decision by him. He read the field good and saw that the middle was opened up. When he cut Parrish side, he got another 10 out of it. Then got out of bounds and didn't take a hit. Great play.
19-yard gain is what I have for Mason Cooper. Empty backfield on first down at the Sulphur Springs 46-yard line. Cooper in the shotgun, going to throw deep down the left side and a little bit short there.
Jackson, I think that was Jackson. He tried to slow down and cut across it and couldn't quite do it.
Jackson Hare, yeah.
You're going to see about Parrish is they've got skill people that will come close to matching us. They're always good on the skill set.
You don't see Jackson Hare running a pattern down the field.
Not to the sideline. He runs a whole lot more of them in the middle where he's got room to flare.
2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats from the 46-yard line, Sulphur Springs territory. Cooper takes the snap, fakes to Jackson Hare.
This is big.
And get it out to Wynn Harris, and he is running 3 down the sideline in front of us. Well into Parrish territory. Big gainer here. Somewhere inside the 25-yard line he goes.
It's going to be at the 19-yard line, so that's 20-yard line, so that's a 34-yard catch. And when all Parrish bit on the fake, and when they threw it out in the flat, there was nothing but green on that side. Great call. Second
catch of the drive for Quinn Harris, but that's the big gainer there. 34 yards, as Tony told you.
He was rumbling, though. It wasn't a speedster. I don't want to go racing, but compared to our sheep darters, he's not quite as fast.
First down at the Parrish 20. Man in motion from right to left. That's Jackson Hare. They give it off, and here's a big gainer. This is Dobson Martin inside the 5-yard line. And out of bounds about the 2. Yeah.
Good job. He read his blocks and flared out. Good job. We're behind. That's 2 Hooten Hardware first downs.
Good. Thank you. Right. We also had the
first and goal. I think they're going to put it at the 3.
Yeah. Also, the Wildcats took the J. Hodge Chevrolet opening kickoff and started out at the 25-yard line. Then dropped back to the 12 on that big loss.
This is impressive. This will really give the offense and the whole team a good feeling if we can take this on in. First and goal at the 3.
Cooper under center. And there's a running play to the right side.
Got 1 out of it. Maybe, no, he's moving up. Got to the 1-yard line. We got 2 out of that one. This is going to be, we don't get in the Philadelphia Eagle formation, but once he hit the line, everybody started trying to get in there and do a sumo.
I think that was Dobson Martin on the carry, Tony.
It was. I thought it was Hare, but it could have been. Got Dobson back there this time.
Yeah.
We're going to have to start finding them before.
Second goal at the 1. And this time they give it to Dobson Martin.
It's coming. I didn't think that one. There's too much movement. That's going to hurt and bring us back 5. There was too much movement.
False start against Sulphur Springs.
So that's going to now make it second and goal from the 6.
Yep.
I knew that didn't look right, but that was a little slow on the flag, but then they shut it down.
So still second down, but from the 6-yard line.
We're not putting our bigs in, so.
Yeah, that would be an interesting move with the big defensive lineman, Bruce Holmes. And
we got Jackson Medlock back there as an extra blocker.
Okay, Jackson Medlock.
We got Hare in the Wildcat. Direct snap.
Direct snap to Jackson Hare from the 6-yard line on second down and goal. And
got
he gets
to the 2.
Yeah, down to about the 2, I think. They unstack the C.
That's where I'm looking. He's at the 1. I'm looking at the official on the visitor side, so he's on the 1.
So one of the things I thought we might see this week is Jackson Hare in the Wildcat.
Yep. I think we're going to put some meat in on this play and see our big, and Jackson's going to be in there again. We got a lot of meat between the tight ends right now. We're going south.
Jackson Hare is the Wildcat back. He'll take a direct snap here. As Tony said, I think we have 3 blocking backs in there. Snap it to Hare, and he gets a good block, and he's 4 standing up.
Who's Hardware first down on that scoring play?
Jackson Hare with the touchdown run for Sulphur Springs from the Wildcat. And that will be his 5th rushing touchdown and his 8th overall touchdown for Sulphur Springs this season. Good blocking over the left side.
Took 4 minutes and 42 seconds on that opening play, too, and a bunch of plays. You'll have that encapsulated.
Eric Rodriguez, 28 for 28 on his extra points this season. In for a try, and the kick is up. It's good. 7-0. Sulphur Springs, 7:18 left to go first quarter. Wildcats score on their opening drive. And this is Wildcats football on KSS. Wow.
Yeah, do a farmer's co-op when you come back.
Right.
That was impressive. We feel better now.
That really was. Okay, so that. The drive is 84 yards in 11 plays for Sulphur Springs.
There you go.
And they actually got pushed back to the 12 on that snap that got away from Mason Cooper.
He lost 14 yards.
He passed to Jackson Hare, who was tackled for the big loss.
And then had a 5-yard penalty.
The big play on the drive, though, was that 14-yard pass to Jackson Virgil that got him the first down.
Absolutely.
They were in a hole.
Big effort by him, too, to get that last yard.
A 34-yard pass to Quinn Harris on the drive, too. That was a beautiful play.
Just a confidence builder for the Wildcats in general right there. That gives everybody some hope in the offense. Now let's see if the defense can get it. Looks like he's going to kick it deep.
7-0 Sulphur Springs. Paris about to have the ball for the first time as the senior Eric Rodriguez advances on the ball and kicks it to the 8-yard line. And here will be the return for the Wildcats, and they will not get to the 20. Great coverage by the Wildcats.
I'm kind of lucky we didn't have a flag there because they blew the whistle and we took him on down. But good job of coverage. Going to start about the 18.
Hit by James Johnson.
So James Johnson gets credit for the tackle there, and the Wildcats defense.
That's really good coverage with the fact that he caught it at the 8. That's just a 10-yard return.
Right.
Really good coverage.
Defense will be in good position here as Paris will be starting out from the 18-yard line. Of course, the Wildcats themselves started out from the 60. We do have the Paris Wildcats as well as Sulphur Springs Wildcats. So anytime we say Wildcats tonight, we'll be referring to Sulphur Springs. Paris goes from the spread. Tyler Heath, the junior quarterback. It's a bubble screen to the near side, and they get out to about the 22-yard line on the play.
82. It's Fabian Brown.
Quick pass out to Fabian Brown, goes for about 4 yards.
It'll be second down, and we'll call it 6
Second down, 6
for Paris. All on the near hash mark as they move from right to left. Again, the empty field, 3 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Changing the play, Tyler Heath, the junior quarterback. Stay in the gun. And it's the snap. And whistles as the play gets underway. Must be.
Yep. So they're going to get their 5 yards back.
That takes away that 4-yard gain.
Yep.
And first down and puts them behind the chain slightly.
Paris has come up evidently with another in their series of quarterbacks. They always seem to have a good quarterback that gives Sulphur Springs fit. This year it's Old Heath.
He's a terrific scrambler. Watched him on video this week, and he is also a terrific basketball player. We saw him during basketball season.
He was one game for sure.
A dead shot 3-point line. And he will run here. He takes a step to his right, then cuts it back, runs up the middle, gets to about the 20-yard line.
Good job there. I think that was Al King. He cut him down and somebody else held him. So 3rd and 3.
Alex King tripped him up.
No, that's 3rd and 7 or 8. There we go. 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, yeah. Play. Wildcats lead at 7-0 midway through the first quarter. First possession for Paris. Heath again appears to be changing the play. Again, empty backfield. 3 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Snap to Heath. He's a threat to run. Runs out to his right. And go into the flat on the far side. I believe that was caught. And if so, then it'll be close to a first down.
He got the first down. He got past the chains. Their numbers a little thin for me.
They're hard to read.
At 15?
Well, that would be
15.
That would be Jay Ball, their running back.
Jaron Brawl. Okay, Ball.
Great football name. I don't know if he knows that or not.
We lucked out there because if he'd have looked deep, they're wide out, just ran straight down, and he ran right past everybody.
Now they're showing still 4th down. Was that ruled?
I guess it was incomplete.
And so
good. I don't think we realized it because we had nobody back. But that went straight up, and Gio Ibarra caught a fair catch at 44-yard line. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
We thought that Ball had made the catch over on the far side. Sometimes it's hard to see, but then they moved the marker. On 4th down 8, Tyler Heath, standing in the shotgun, more or less got away a quick kick. And the Wildcats in great shape here at the Paris 44-yard line.
That's a strange bit of events there because I don't think we realized that they were still sitting 4th down, or we could put somebody back, but he kicked it so straight up that Gio didn't have to go anywhere.
It's a 24-yard punt for Tyler Heath, Paris quarterback. So first down at the Paris 44-yard line. Mason Cooper play action pass going deep, has a man up there and overthrows it.
Put some air under it. Touchdown. Jamorian Jeffrey had by about 4 yards, so Mason would like to have that one back, but really good protection from that offensive line. He had plenty of time, stepped into it, and if he'd have just put a little more height on it, I think we have 6.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Paris 44-yard line. Wildcats lead it 7-0. 5:27 left to go in the first quarter. Sulphur Springs an 80-yard drive on their first possession. Jackson Hare had the 1 touchdown run from the Wildcat. Now 2nd and 10, they give it off the middle, and it's going nowhere.
Lost about a yard on it. We can tell Jackson, he's got that extra hat on his helmet, so no Wildcat logo, so that's how we can see him.
It was Jackson Hare.
3rd down.
So 3rd and 11, a short 12, long 11. We need to get at least 1 first down out of this trip.
Loss was back to the 46-yard line. Jackson Cooper in the shotgun. There are 3 wide to the near side, far side as they move left to right. Jackson Hare to the left of Mason Cooper, the quarterback, changing the play.
We need to go deep middle because they're showing a little bit of pressure from safety. We got 3 or somebody run.
Play clock down to 5. They snap it, and here it is to Jamor Jeffrey. Is this a
just a little bubble screen?
And
all right,
and Jeffrey all the way to the 20 line on the near side before he's run out of bounds.
And he just gave him 15 back by being a dummy because he waved at the kid after he got in there. You got to have more sense. Still going to be a 1st down at the 20-yard line, but we're going to end up losing 15 and start 1st and 10 at 35.
Was a tunnel screen where the wide receiver runs toward the center of the field before he receives the ball, and he was in the open field almost immediately.
Yeah. Their safety showed blitz real early, and that's why I said they need to do something deep, but the bubble screen showed just as much. Yep. 15-yard penalty. It's still be 1st and 10.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. We get so it's going to go to the 35, like I said.
The call was taunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have better sense than that. That's individualizing yourself and your team. You see it on TV, that gets me going on Friday nights. Big one thing is, 1st and 10, 4:27 left in the first. We're in shape to take it in.
The offense is excellent.
It's very basic.
Yeah.
That's the deal, and I think that's probably design. But the more basic it is, then we might have something. But if it's working, why not stay with basic? Drive it right here.
Now, here between the officials, Tony, and a scrimmage. Not sure what this is about.
It's where it needs. They're wanting all the other official to come in. What's going on? Oh, they're moving the chains. They hadn't signaled down, but it was a dead ball foul and game the first.
Right.
It ended up being a 1st and 10. Here past we'd be 1st and 25. But they changed all of that, softened it up. If they'd left it the other way, we wouldn't have as much time.
Yeah, good point. So 1st down at the Parish 35-yard line rather than the 20.
They're so susceptible deep. They've got nobody deep. Their safety is the linebacker. They're
Snap
just
the upper. Now they give it to Dobson Martin off the left side. Big hole for him. And Dobson Martin inside the 15-yard line, out of bounds somewhere around the 10-yard line. Wide open for him off the left side.
3-yard gain, 1st and goal, Hooten Hardware 1st down at the 7-yard line. They're putting everybody basically linebacker depth, and they're stacking all their biscuits on right, catching you there. So we could open up for some big plays tonight if they stay like that.
The 8-yard run by the junior Dobson Martin. 1st goal at the 7. Wildcats lead at 7-0. Mason Cooper, the senior, back in the on the far hash.
Yep.
Move to sing back. And that is Jackson Hare to the right of Mason Cooper. He rolls out to his right, throwing, and incomplete. Intended for, I think that was Quinn Harris in the end zone there for Spring.
Okay, and we also cut his helmet off, so we're going to have to see one play, likely with in the area where that's not a very bad deal.
Well, by the way, we should have settled that first touchdown by Jackson Hare. Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op his way to go Wildcats. We're late in that duty, but now maybe we'll get to say it again here in a moment.
I think we might.
Second goal at the
Dobson's, Martin's 2 runs have been uncharacteristic. They've actually gotten out on the wide side of the field.
right.
He's normally chalked into the goalpost, so that's been interesting.
Does look will be Jackson Hare in the out formation, and he fakes the half, keeps it himself.
There he goes.
Going to his left, cuts it back, scores, stands his second touchdown of the first quarter. 13-0 Sulphur Springs, and Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats.
And a Hooten Hardware 1st down to go along with it. Straight up 4 minutes left in the first with the extra points, all that stands in the way of a 14-0 lead. And this has to have Paris a little bit shaken up. So I figured they thought they were going to come in.
Long way to go.
Yeah.
The extra point by Mike Rodriguez on the way, and it is good as always. He's 30 for 30 this season now. 13-0 Sulphur Springs to go first quarter. This is Wild Football on KSS2. Great. Okay. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Wildcat Booster Club, we'd like to thank the following sponsors, the platinum sponsors, 5W Construction, A&S Air Conditioning,
44-yard drive in 6 plays for Sulphur Springs.
Fresh Laundromats,
play on the drive was the 28-yard run by Dobson Martin, 7-yard line.
And he nearly took it to the house. The defensive back had to take an angle on him to get him. Great job by the Wildcat offense this week, completely revamped due to injuries. We're only missing one, but the style is so much different right now.
Jackson Hare, the 7-yard touchdown run, gives him 6 rushing touchdowns and 9 touchdowns overall for the season. Eric Rodriguez has it teed up at the 40-yard line for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Advances on the ball, and it will come down at the 15-yard line. Here's the return for Paris, out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And
Number
on
6.
the return, yeah, that is
Keyshawn Roberts.
Keyshawn Roberts, right.
James Johnson being announced as having been in on the tackle. So the Wildcat defense will go back to work. Going to start at the 27-yard line, maybe the 27.
While we get a chance, we'll give credit to that Sulphur Springs defensive line. Vincent Johnson, Aiden McCarroll, Josh Lopez, Jeff Stinson, and Dadrian Day Gary.
They've done yeoman's work in this first quarter.
But now it's time for the Wildcat defense to shut. Here's the snap. And they hand off here to pass instead of took the fake from the pass to the left side, goes to receiving the possession, Fabian Brown.
Notting got in there, got the tackle. They're still putting twins on the side.
Gain out to the 31-yard line. This is 2nd down and 6.
Both teams line up like they're going to snap it quickly, and they are letting coaches see what they're going to call. Then they're calling their play based on what the reaction is.
In the shotgun, takes a step back, and again, passes to the side. It is caught by receiver Brown.
Got a cat down, number 6, Cameron Jeffrey. We had several people in and get in on that tackle, so hopefully he got kind of falling on. He's getting up. He's already up, just a little ginger. It's going to be 3rd and 1 on. Very impressive how the Wildcat defense attacks and pursues once the ball is thrown or once it's passed. They don't quit. They get after you.
Kamorian Jeffrey walking off the field with some assistance. We're going to have a 3rd down and Tony at the 36-yard line.
2:48 in the first. Clock will start running on ready. This will be a huge play. If we could stop right here, force another in this first quarter.
13-0 Sulphur Springs. A couple of touchdown runs by Jackson Hare from the Wildcat formation with Deuce Timmons out this week. 3rd.
They got him.
They got him. To the big J Ball, and he is going nowhere over the right side.
I'm thinking that is I can't even. I'm drawing a blank today. That was Holmes.
That is Truth Holmes, and
he's 52 in the black.
In the black jersey, he wears 52. That's right.
So it's 4th down and 3 now, and they're lining up like they're going to go. But I bet you he backs up and kicks it.
Wildcats have nobody back.
Yeah, they're seeing if we'll jump. I don't think they'll go for this because he's a punter
now
too.
He drops back.
Yep.
About 8 yards snap, and he will kick it.
And it's going straight up, so just get out of the way.
And it goes far side and out of bounds.
39-yard line.
40-yard line. 39.
Well, that's where they put it. 39-yard line. Minute 50 left. 14-0 Wildcats. Your Wildcats facing this game right now. So we've got time to get another score in the first.
So it's another short punt there for Sulphur Springs.
He can't afford to step into it, and he's too close to the line. He's going to be kicking like that all night if they're going to use that position.
Not as bad as I thought, though. That's a 33-yard punt. School standards.
It was about a 10-yard bounce out of it.
Right. 14-0 Sulphur Springs. Wildcats from their 39-yard line. Mason Cooper in the shotgun rolls out to his right. Passing. Caught near the 50-yard line by Jackson Hare.
Nice pass. Threw it a little bit down low where Jackson's the only one. Cooper's quite impressive this first quarter. I know his heart rate's a whole lot better right now. Mine is. I have confidence in him, but it's just kind of like Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. So, Cooper's a heck of a quarterback last year, but it's just not the same. But he's making it forget about Timmons for now.
First down, Wildcats at the 50. Handoff going to the right side on the running play. That is Jackson Hare, who picks up another 5 yards.
I forgot to Hooten Hardware first down on that previous play, too. Yeah. I'm going to catch up there. Second down 6.
Yeah, they give him the 46 rather than 45. So 7-6, under a minute to go in the first quarter. It has been a very, very impressive first quarter.
This is something else for me.
Quinn Harris lined up as the 8 behind the right tackle. Snap to Mason Cooper. Hand off Jackson Hare. Slices through the line over the right side. Lowers his shoulder and gets to the 39-yard line in Paris territory.
Another Hooten Hardware first down. They're giving him 38. 37 seconds and running if they want to. We're going to have to run one play. They started the clock, so we'll have to run one more play.
So that was 7 yards on the gain by Jackson Hare, Wildcat senior.
Yep, he's still back in the backfield this play.
Sulphur Springs moving to the south end zone at Gerald Prem Stadium. The Cooper, Jackson Hare takes the handoff between the tackles and runs into some resistance and bounces off that first tackler, but is able to get to about the 36, so maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, it wasn't much, and that's going to do it for the first quarter.
Wildcats 14, Parrots nothing. After 1 quarter of play, and Sulphur Springs threatening again the Paris 36-yard line. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Great, thank you, James.
My buddy Cricket.
What does he say?
Oh, he texted me about the weather all the time. He said, he texted me this afternoon. I said, you better bring a full coat and some mittens, you big whiner.
5 seconds. 3, 2.
Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christmas Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, the University Interscholastic League. Pre-game is presented by Super Handy. Halftime presented by Galleon Insurance, All Oil, and Super Handy. Wildcats lead at 14-0 as we start the second quarter. It's 7 down and 8 at Paris 36-yard line.
Total domination by hometown Wildcats in the first. Now let's see if they keep it going.
They had an 84-yard drive and a 44-yard drive, both capped by rushing touchdowns by Jackson Hare. Play action pass whistles as the play is underway.
Had a touch in at 5. Their illegal procedure, and that's been something we've been real good about. 18, so he was out on the wings. Jamorian. Now I'm not sure if he's the one that was. No, this is the one that caught the ball, so he'll be out.
This pushes the ball back to the 41-yard line, and the Wildcats are behind the chain. 2nd down and 13. Line to gain will be the 28-yard line.
But I just can't get over this Paris lineup for the defense. They've not got anybody more than about 8 deep at the snap.
Well, I think expecting Sulphur Springs to completely rely on the run.
Look at right there, at 7 yards. If you snap the ball right now with our quality of receivers, all four straight down.
Wildcats have 3 to the near, 1 to the far. To run to Jackson Hare, going wide, and he makes the corner and is down to the Paris 26-yard line.
Hooten Hardware first down. Good play there. Once again, if Paris doesn't get you at the line of scrimmage, they're chasing. They're putting everybody. That play, that 7 yards, was their deepest defender. I don't understand it, but I sure like it from our side.
15 yards on the game by Jackson Hare. Was the option play that time with Mason Cooper.
And he looked very steady. Took on 2 guys, rushed from the corner. Perfect pitch, and Jackson caught it in stride. Just erased the sideline.
First down from the 26. Jackson Hare takes the handoff in his way and going to be brought down around the line of scrimmage.
Garcia won 11, and Robert I told us we'd be calling his name all night. He's a middle linebacker. Robert I was a visitor here. He was one of my referee mentors from Bill Matting's crew way back in the day, so it's always a pleasant surprise.
He's on the Paris radio crew tonight.
We always see him and look forward to seeing him when we go to Paris. I didn't know he'd come here, so pleasant surprise. Robert, good guy.
Nice gentleman. Second down and Wildcats on the Paris 26. Near Mark now going right to left, and this one goes to Dobson Martin. And going off tackle right, tackle, and crosses the 20-yard line to about the 18-yard line before he's taken out of bounds over on the far side.
Took the referee out, too. It's going to be 3rd and 2. We had motion from the wide out on the right side coming back toward the right end, and then they sent Dobson where he came from. So they got the defense moving in, went outside. Good play.
I'll tell you, I go to practice usually Tuesday afternoons, and Peter Medlock, the offensive coordinator, works with the offensive line. It's amazing the variations they practice. If this defensive player moves in a certain way and this one moves the other way, it's much more complicated than people imagine. They do a great job. Timeout Paris with a 3rd and 2 coming up. Tony, I think he'll stay right here in the Bill Bradford press box because we don't want to miss the 3rd and 2 play coming up. Wildcats lead it 14-0 and 3 with a 3rd down and 2 at the 18-yard line.
We should appreciate this press box after last week and looking forward to next week too. We've sure got the best amenities around here.
Absolutely. It's a line we had to climb to the top of visitor stands. I don't know how many rows it was, but my hip is still letting me know about it.
I was glad my bladder reacted proper and I have to go once to it, once back.
So here we go on 3rd and 2, 18 for Sulphur Springs. Now is this the
this is the big boy. It's not quite, but we're in 4-down territory. Jackson's back there.
You got Hare in the Wildcat.
Yeah, you got 2 guys in the middle. This is where it's kind of opening.
Snap to Hare. Hare using his blockers over the left side, and he'll have the first down easily.
Easily.
He's across the 15 down to about the 11.
About the 11. That's another Hooten Hardware first down. I was afraid Jackson was a little slow, but it was just quite a pile there. So good job again, and he did what he normally does. He kind of really just hesitates half a second, see where the C's are going to part, and there he goes.
With him in the Wildcat, it's a lot like having Deuce Timmons in there.
It is, and they're doing the same thing here. This may be the inside red zone offense for tonight. It's sure not bad.
Again, Hare in the Wildcat. Got 2 blocking backs behind the line. Again, the stop to Hare. He goes between the tackles and running tough. It's inside the 10 down about the 7-yard line.
Got about 4. I won't be interested to see if he throws off of it, because if with him
I think that's a possibility.
With him back there, I look for maybe to let him throw one. They had a single receiver up top. We got twin up top, 3 up top now.
So
Cooper's back in.
Yes, he is.
Wildcat.
Right, yeah, they're back to their normal offense. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Jackson Cooper back in at quarterback in the shotgun. He does have Jackson Hare to his left. Option play, pitch to Jackson Hare at the 5 and run out of bounds inside the 5 at the 2.
Good job. That's the same play that went out in the middle of the field, and Cooper's doing an outstanding job of drawing them to him and pitching. He hit Jackson in stride both.
Come in with the big guys again.
Yep, second down.
It's Matthew Peter and also Jackson Medlock coming in, and there's one other.
Well, they bring Quinn Harris in. He's right behind them, but you get the Wildcat in, second and 1 at the 2. You can get a first down, so we got lots of opportunities here.
Snap to Jackson Hare. Hare this time meeting stiff resistance from the inside of the Wildcat defensive line. Wildcat defensive line.
Might have lost half a yard on that one, but they're saying fourth.
Yeah,
I think it's third. I think they hit the clicker twice over.
The down marker says 4th down.
I'm going with the scoreboard on this one.
But it looks like the field goal unit is coming onto the field here, too.
Well, yeah, they are going fourth. Okay. So that's a good job by the Paris Wildcats to hold up there. Again, we were very plain, but dominant. Get 3 points out of it. Let's go.
Matthew Jeter is the snapper. Mason Cooper is the holder. Eric Rodriguez will attempt a 20-yard field goal pretty much straight on, and that's just not like an extra point. It's good.
3 points.
So the Wildcats 17-0 over Paris with 8:07 left to go in the first half. This is Wildcats football at SST. I don't know. I was confused by that too, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was the scoreboard caught up with them.
Well, I don't trust the score.
You said that. I've said that from the field.
7-0. The Wildcats will lead a 20-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez and Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says well, the Wildcats with that Eric Rodriguez field goal. He is now, 3 of 4 on his field goals this season.
I've been watching their number 2. He sure is quick off the ball. If we have any sort of bobble, they're going to get a block out of it.
That drive for Sulphur Springs was a 56-yard drive.
And that's probably the longest we've had all night.
Wildcats scored. Well, no, they had the 84-yard
on the opening drive. Yeah. That's right.
Wildcats have scored on all 3 possessions so far tonight. Here's the J. Chevrolet kickoff with Eric Rodriguez advancing on the ball. And he does kick it deep. And it is taken at the 5-yard line. Return to the near side. And a little crease there. And he is still on his feet. And this is Keyshawn Roberts, who's a dangerous man. And he is brought down finally at the 28-yard line.
Yep. Good return. He used his blocker. So this is the best field position Paris has started with.
Roberts handled the kick back inside the 5. Out across the 25. Tackled by Matthew Jeter.
Matthew Jeter, the tackle. I was waiting to see if our public address announcer, Kevin, would tell us who made the tackle. And I thought it
got somebody down there where the pile was. Can't identify that yet.
I thought it was Matthew Jeter. We'll take a break here with the Wildcats leading 17-0. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Oh, I can't go that way. They're video.
Getting our set pass to all the spots.
Okay, good, James.
Number 6. Alex is not Alex.
That's a Comorian. Who went earlier.
Okay.
He may still.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Comorian Jeffrey coming off the field for the Wildcats on his own power.
Looks like that same leg he went out with earlier, so he may have just a re-aggravation. I hope everything's good. He's walking better now.
So first down Paris now moving from left right toward the south end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. Tyler Heath in the shotgun. Takes the snap, heading off. And this is Jay Ball, I believe, plowing ahead over the right side to the 33-yard line.
Preston Nottingham was the first one to hit him, but he kind of shed off of him. But another set got him for about a 4-yard gain.
He's their top ball carrier. I said before it's a great football name. Of course, I'm referring to Sammy Ball, who I think is one of the most underrated football players ever. Here's the bubble over to the far side. Behind 3 blockers, it is complete, and he'll be close to a first down over on the far side.
They had 4 receivers over on that side and just threw a bubble screen, but they had a single receiver over here, and Robert was telling us a lot of times they'll put 3 on one side and go deep to 1, so I'm going to be watching for that. We got a wide side here.
I think that was Keyshawn Roberts with the catch.
Yep, I believe so.
Up to the 38-yard line. And they're still...
Same formation flipped right here. 4 receivers over here. I'm watching deep.
They finally moved the chains.
Yeah.
That's what I was watching to be sure it was a first down. It is a first down. What were you just now you've got?
I'm watching the one that's single coverage up there. Nope, it did that same bubble over here. They flipped it.
And this is again Sean Robert who makes the catch behind 3 blockers and comes to the sideline in front of us.
Got
out of
4.
bounds at about the 43.
So
they're just trying to put more numbers out there than what our defense has, because we're not going to put 4 people that far out. And if we don't put it out there, they're going to throw it. Now twins on each side.
In the slot, 2 wide. Back to the right of the quarterback, Tyler Heath. And that is Jay Ball. And again, Heath looking to the sideline for the play with plenty of time on the play clock, 12 seconds.
6:28 in the second quarter to halftime and a rolling clock.
That's leading 17-0. And a pass to the far side is complete in the flat and across the 45 to about the 47 or 48-yard line, close to a first down.
I think, or less than 1.
I've got this as Jacabrian Record who made the catch.
Nope, they're moving it as they're giving him first down. I think they gave him a pretty good spot. It's all right. 1st and 10 from the 49.
6 yards on that game. First down.
Third straight little swing pass.
Right.
Left, right, left. So it ought to be over here if we're keeping them step.
Again, 2 wide and 2 in the slot to either side. Tyler Heath, the junior quarterback in the shotgun.
There it is.
And the bubble screen to the near side. This is, once again, Keyshawn Roberts, but this time one of the Wildcats
got him and held on. That was what they did. We didn't have the strength over here, and they went to the weakest side, which the twins were, but Johnson did an outstanding job, and he nearly slung past him, but he hung on to his shirt and then wrapped up.
I was about to say a great job of an open field tackle there by the cornerback James Johnson of the Wildcats. 2nd and 10. Paris at its own 49-yard line. 5:25 and the clock is rolling.
Empty backfield on this one. We haven't seen Heath run yet, I don't believe.
No, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, it's coming.
Snap to Heath. Pedals live time, surveying the field, and there he goes. He crosses the line of scrimmage, and he is a dangerous scrambler. Slides down at the Wildcat 36-yard line.
He's going to still get a first down, so that was coverage forced him into it, but he did a good job once it was there. But good job by the Wildcat secondary that nobody was open.
14 yards on the gain by Tyler Heath. He is a scrambler.
Clock running at 4:45.
Sulphur Springs leading 17-0. Snap to Heath, empty backfield. Bubble screen to the far side. They move right down the field with that.
I thought the ref was pulling for his flag to call a block in the back, but he wasn't. So nice. Give him 3rd and 1.
Nice gain
or
there.
2nd and 1. 2nd and 1.
I think that was Jacabrian Record again with that catch.
Yeah, they're just throwing a little flare each time till we start. This has been their best offensive series to this point.
9 games. This is 2nd down and 1 at Sulphur Springs 28-yard line. Ball on the far hash, they move left to right. Wildcats almost had a man jump offside, but he gets back. He slipped down, had to crawfish backward.
He was pedaling on his butt, wasn't he? Now it looks like we're going to have timeout by Paris.
That will be their first timeout. With 4:35 to go until halftime, Sulphur Springs leading 17-0. Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, good, James. Level okay?
That was fine, yeah.
Wildcats have a 1-yard run. Jackson their first drive, an 84-yard drive and 11 to start the game. Then Jackson Hare, a 7-yard run, capping a 44-yard drive following a short Paris punt, and then a 20-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez. As the Wildcats go from their own 39-yard line to the Paris 2-yard line, but had to settle for the field goal. 17-0, the Wildcats. This is the first threat by Paris.
Yeah, I don't know what they were complaining about, but Hohenberger was referee pretty good over there when he called that timeout, so he'll get with you.
Second down and 1. Tyler Heath as Jay Ball step to his right. Play action pass. And there goes Heath down at the 40-yard line.
Ooh, I thought we were going to get a face mask, but evidently got him inside his shirt. I think that was 32.
I do too.
32,
TJ Bolden, he came through and hung on for life. That's a huge play there on 2nd 1 at 3rd and 10.
That is a loss of 10. TJ Bolden, 24 tackles in the game, but 4 tackles for loss.
Well, the referee was right there looking at him, and I was sure afraid he was going to get a face mask, but he got him on his shirt, so he must have got his collar.
3rd and 10, the line to gain is the 28-yard line. Snap Heath.
Going deep.
And pumps and now throws deep and has a man out there for a touchdown.
That's
beautiful
setting up.
Throw and catch.
Yep. That's why they've been throwing those outs, and he did a pump, and the boy never broke stride. His perfect pass from Heath.
Jacabrian Record, who had a couple of catches on that drive, wide open at about the 5-yard line.
Well-designed play, and that was set up by about 4 or 5 previous plays when they kept just throwing to the wing.
38-yard touchdown pass, and all of a sudden it's a ball game again.
Yep.
Here's the exploit for Paris. Left-footed kicker, soccer shell.
Just barely got through.
It's good. That's James Mitchell, the sophomore, who makes the extra point. 17-7 with 3:41 left to go in the first half. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
That was pretty play.
Yep. So that is a 72. 72-yard drive for Paris in 9 plays. 38-yard down pass from Heath, Tyler Heath, to Jacabrian Record, wide open.
About 5 straight, just little swing passes, and on that one, he faked it, and we bit, and he was gone quickly. And it was the same situation that Mason Cooper had earlier. They were just able to connect on it, but that's all right. Wildcat defense still made them work for it. 3:41 left to halftime. Paris will get the opening kick for the second half, so we really need to run the rest of the half and put some kind of points on here.
Mitchell will kick off, and this will be the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here by James Mitchell.
Hare to the left, Martin to the right, deep as normal.
Not much wind here. We did have a south wind late this afternoon, but it's pretty much died down now. Mitchell kicking to the south end zone. And the left footer hits and comes down at about the 15-yard line.
There we go. Nearly.
And the return out across the 30 to the 35-yard line.
Going to start at the 36. Good north-south running by Jackson, and he nearly broke through there. He had somebody hold on to it. So 1st and 10 at 36 going out. Let's see if we can put more points on with 3:36 left to go at the halftime.
Wildcats will be moving to the north end zone at Gerald Prem Stadium. Next week, the Wildcats on the road at Community.
1st and 10 Wildcats.
Not an easy place to find, Tony.
No, but it's not bad as a couple. I can find that one.
Tony's referring to Aubrey for one.
Well, Salina wasn't much more, but that was ignorance on my part. I thought it was on 75.
And here's a first down running. This is Jackson Hare who breaks outside. No, this is Dobson Martin.
He's got one on
He
now.
sure does. He's wearing one of those.
Going to come back, though. We got Holden back at the line, so it's going to come. Now, if Dobson starts putting his headgear on, we got to start looking again.
Both Dobson Martin and Jackson Hare now wearing those extra helmet covers that give them a little bit more protection.
This may not be Holden because they were talking to the back judge. That's what I expect it to be.
But Dobson Martin, a big gain around the left side, should have had the first. We'll see if there's a penalty on this play.
Yeah, the umpire threw it right in the middle where it's normally holding, but there's a lot more decision. Wonder if maybe it's a chop. It should be 15 yards. Yep. Blindside. That was awful quick. So somebody caught a receiver coming from the outside and catching them flush, and that's a 15-yarder. So that's the biggest you can have. So it's going to be 25.
It's considered a personal foul.
Yep.
Boos the ball back. Should be to the 21, but that's a spot foul, Tony?
Yeah, it'd not be previous. It'd be a spot foul if it was passed. I think it was the line of scrimmage. They're saying 1st and 4. I figured it'd be 25, so it may have been a yard downfield.
They go back to the 22.
Yep. So now let's see if we can get us a big first down.
Line to gain is the 36-yard line. Well, I beg your pardon, the 46-yard
46.
line. Yeah, 46. So 1st and 24. Mason Upper in the shotgun, throwing deep. And it is picked off. A long pass, and so it's almost
still not
punt.
down.
Wildcats bring him down well inside Paris territory. Who had the interception there, Tony?
Number 2. Skelton.
No, that
3.
Markel Rick Finch. I think I heard our public address announcer Woolley say that was a bomb.
Yeah.
And so the damage here is not as great as it might have been.
No, but I wanted to get they got 3 minutes and got 2 timeouts left, so I don't consider that what we need to go.
No, not at all.
That was a reaction to penalty and them scoring. We needed to just get another couple of first downs, see what happens. Now the defense has got some pressure. Do we have a flag somewhere too? Because they got some more talking. I guess we do. Let's see what happens here.
Mason Cooper was going deep either to, there's a face mask penalty against the Wildcats.
After the interception, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
So that's going to be
This will move
take
them
it
out
to the 41-yard line.
Yep. 40.
So Wildcats kind of imploding a little bit with penalties and turnover right now. So we're going to recoup and get into halftime.
Mason Cooper was going either for Jackson Virgil or Jamorian Jeffrey. I'm not sure which one.
Where are they going? The ball was on the 26-yard line.
Unless the penalty was called
Must have been a spot foul. They said from the end of the run, but they treated it as a spot. So 1st and 10 at Wildcat 49. So now, score for the Wildcat defense to hold them scoreless and get into half.
3:16 to go in the half. Sulphur Springs leading 17-7. Again, here's a tunnel screen. This is Mark Rick Finch who had the interception just moments ago. And Finch with some nice after the catch all the way to the Sulphur Springs 31-yard line for a gain of 15 yards.
They're throwing bubble screens, and they're doing a good job with it, letting them have some space.
Alex King, the outside linebacker with the Sulphur Springs. First down at the Wildcat 31-yard line. Empty backfield, 3 wide to the far side, 2 to the near side. Heath going to run it up the middle. And Heath into the secondary is cut down at about the 25-yard line.
Number 12.
That's James Johnson.
James Johnson down one-on-one, because that would have gone for another 10 or so.
He's a sure tackler.
Yeah, he has been right there.
Well, he was once earlier.
2nd and 7.
I've got 2nd and
3.
Yeah.
We got 7. I'm sorry.
24.
My dyslexia.
2:17 to go to halftime. Paris has 2 timeouts if they need it. Again, the empty backfield. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side.
2-minute warning.
And throwing over the middle.
Caught it. 1st and goal at the 3.
And it is a catch inside the 5.
Pass completed inside the 5, the record. 1st and goal.
And that's Jacabrian Record, who had the touchdown catch a few minutes ago.
It's a great catch.
Diving catch over the middle.
It's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout.
Record breaking in from left to right. And there is the 2-minute warning that we're finally getting accustomed to. What, 17-7 now. The Wildcats leading, but Paris first down and goal. And this is Wildcats football on KSST.
We're fixing to turn this into a ball game.
Yep.
Please put 2 minutes on the timeout.
Five seconds. 4, 3.
Wildcat 17, Paris 7, but first down and goal at the Sulphur Springs 3-yard line.
Warning timeout.
After the interception by Markelrick Finch, and then a penalty against the Wildcats.
Currently serving.
So Paris started at the Sulphur Springs 49-yard line, and now first and goal at the 3. 2 minutes to go half.
Nice little public announcement for veterans getting a hand.
And on first down,
There we go. Truth
try
Holmes.
the middle of the Sulphur Springs line, and that's going nowhere.
Truth Holmes said, "Walk with me this way."
And the ball carrier there, Giovanni Dawson.
So
I think he lost a yard, did he not?
he
Or
lost several because they were down at the 3.
well, did they mark? Where did they
Moved
mark?
it out to the 5 or
Sure did.
6.
Yeah. So that is a
At the
loss
6.
of 3.
Lost the 3.
And we're saying that was Truth Holmes. on
Truth
the tackle
Holmes,
there.
you bet. So they still got full backfield, but I don't think we'll go middle now.
Fake handoff throwing into the back of the end zone.
Touchdown.
Incomplete. No, I thought he said in.
Did it? Oh, he did. Okay.
I thought for a moment it
Yep,
was caught
it
also,
was.
Tony, but
It was.
and one of the
It wasn't
Wildcats,
cost.
it was well covered there. That was Finch again, the
Yeah.
intended receiver in that near back corner of the end zone.
That's the one that Robert said, and when you get down close, they'll be throwing corners on him, so we better watch him again.
So third down and goal from the 6. By the way, that tackle a moment ago by Truth Holmes, his 6th tackle for loss this season.
Let's see where Finch is now. He may not. He's in a slot. If he's in, yeah, he's in the slot. Middleman of 3, so he'll go corner probably again.
Tyler Heath in the shotgun, going to roll out to his right, looking into the end zone, throwing again back of the corner,
Yep,
and a leaping catch.
touchdown this time. He caught it. I don't know what we were waiting on. We let him go free, and he went right back where he was. So now another touchdown.
Number 7.
So Markelrick Finch again with the catch for Harris. And now it is a tight ball game once again at 17-13.
Yep, minute 6 left to intermission. So that turnover proved very costly. We needed to run that clock down.
James Mitchell, the left-footed kicker. Puts the foot into the ball. And good, 17-14 with 1:06 left to go until halftime, with the Sulphur Springs Wildcats clinging to a 3-point lead. This is Wildcats football on KST. Okay.
I put that on play calling. We played a pretty good first quarter and a half.
For Paris, that is a 51-yard drive in 6 days. 6-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Heath, Markel Finch. Third, it's at a 0 lead not too long ago.
And now looking at if we put points on the board and kickoff for the third, and we could find after playing a perfect first quarter and a half. We got to settle down, see if we might big to be coming on a broken tackle or something that's conservative.
That touchdown set up an interception by Finch, and then Finch gets the touchdown.
Yep.
In the back corner of the end zone. Pass from Tyler Heath. Here's kickoff. This is Jackson Hare. Will return from the 3-yard line. The J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, and Jackson Hare returning across the 20 and bumped out of bounds over on the far side of the 25-yard line.
25-26, good tackle. Got Parrish sideline fired up. 26.
Wildcats have 2 timeouts. That interception, that was an attempted bomb. They were going deep.
Yep.
And that interception would not have been as costly, Tony, except for the 15-yard penalty at the end of the play.
They started at the 49-yard line, if my memory is correct. So let's see if we get ultra conservative or whatever, because Paris has 2 timeouts left. They could get a little cocky, stop it, and try to score again before halftime.
Snap to Mason Cooper, the senior quarterback, going to his left, and he is going to be brought down for a big loss back around the 10-yard line. That looked like, Tony, it was supposed to be some kind of run-pass option.
Yep.
But he had no one to go to.
I think that was that number 11. Oh, that's 77. Is that?
Back about the 14-yard line. Second down.
Whatever it was, it was about a 13-yard loss. 2nd and 23. The good thing is the clock's running, so maybe we can just go ahead and take a lead and go to halftime.
Under 30 seconds to go in the half, yeah.
Yep.
It's been a disastrous.
I'm kind of surprised Paris didn't take one of their 2 timeouts.
Snap to Cooper, handoff to Jackson Hare, and Hare breaks it out over the left side for a nice gain across the 25 up to about 27-yard line.
And
but down to 7 seconds.
Doesn't look like we're going to call timeout unless we do with 1 second left. That's it.
That'll be all. So the last half of the second quarter kind of blew up in the Wildcats' faces.
Paris is jumping around, and we're limping into the press box or to the clubhouse. So buckle up for a third quarter and second half here. Got a ball game.
Wildcats led it 17-0 midway through the second quarter, but Paris comes charging back. And it is 17-14 at halftime. This is Wildcats football on SST. Okay, good. Mercy. How are we doing in the stream? Would you typically hear any complaints if there was a problem?
Tonight we proudly present the Paris High School skipping, spotty, set issues with
Anything we should do?
No, sir.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Co-op, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, B Medical, City National Bank, Wesley Assisted Living, J. Chevrolet, and the University Interscholastic League. Pregame is presented by Super Handy, and now time is by Galvin Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super 7. Sulphur Springs leading at halftime, and before the game, I think if you told us that the Wildcats are leading 17-14 at halftime, we'd be
probably take that, yes, sir.
But leading 17-0 at one point, and now down 17-14, it doesn't feel so good.
I think we lost our composure when we got to that 2nd and 25 with a little over 3 minutes to go, and it cost us 7 points, and so now we got to withstand this first possession, the third, and take back control of the ball game. It's still our ball game to win.
Wildcats scored on their first possession, an 84-yard drive in 11 plays, and that was a really impressive drive. They picked up a first down early in the drive on a pass. They were behind the chains, got a 14-yard pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Virgil, and then later there was a 19-yard run by Mason Cooper on that drive, 34-yard pass to Quinn Harris, and a 19-yard run, 18-yard run by Dobson Martin. Jackson Hare in the Wildcat, which we saw quite a bit in the first half, got the touchdown. And the kick by Eric Rodriguez made it 7-0 with 7:18 left to go in the first quarter. Wildcats got the ball back from Paris on a short punt at the Paris 44-yard line. They go 44 yards in play. Jackson Hare, the 7-yard touchdown run again from the Wildcat. The extra point by Rodriguez good, 14-9. The Wildcats with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Again, Sulphur Springs forced Paris to punt. Wildcats start at their 39-yard line. They drive 58 yards in 12 plays and get the 20-yard field goal from Eric Rodriguez. Got down to the 2, could not get it across. And to me, that's another factor in this game. If you've been able to put that across for a third touchdown, might be a different situation.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised that we didn't go ahead and go for it on the 2-yard line regardless. And at that point, our defense was still dominating Paris and would have given them a 98-yard field if we didn't score. And that could have been a big play as well.
So 17-0 with 8:07 left to go in the half. Paris then got the ball at their own 28. And then they put together a nice drive with a lot of bubble screens and tunnel screens.
The whole thing, the whole series was.
Finally, and then they broke the receiver deep.
Fake, and we bit. And it wasn't even anything except is he going to catch the ball? Because there was no. You and I were about as close as the defenders were to him.
Jacabria record 38-yard pass from Tyler Heath. Make it 17-7 with 7:41 left to go until halftime. And an interception by Kelrick Finch on a deep ball thrown by Mason, or gave the ball after a penalty. The Wildcat 49-yard line. They drive down the field and score in 6 plays. Was it a fourth down play or a third down play? Yeah, on a touchdown pass into the back corner of the end from Tyler Heath to Markel Rick, who had the interception.
They lost on first, 2 inch, and it was incomplete. Yep. Came right back to him on third. Same play.
Good, so 17-14. The Wildcats unable to move on their last couple of plays. Well, they got a nice run on the final play from Jackson Hare, but unable to move on the field and put any points on the board. So 17-14 at halftime. The Wildcats leading the Paris Wildcats, and as he has told you, Paris will have the ball to start the second half. Do you have scores to share
Yeah,
with
I got
us?
you here. Looks like Cooper is leading Rivercrest 7 in the third. Greenville is losing 29-7. Horse County. Pittsburgh Pirates 31. Paris North Lamar 7 at halftime. Paul Pewett's putting it on 36-8 in the third. Clarksville and got a bar burner 14 at halftime. Hebron's leading 31-0 over Keyston Alexander, Little Elmo Lobos. Keyston's having a rough first season, but we were a lot of problems with him. Aubrey is Maryland Community 42 at half. Commerce 35, Middle 6, the 2-minute warning. Winsboro 49, Train at time. Our Parish 17-14. So that's pretty well all of them. Panther Creek played last night against Community against Lake Dallas and won 1-13.
Yeah. Aubrey leading 2-0 at halftime over Community.
Community just they're not going to win anything. They're outclassed, and it's just you hate to see it. I really am looking forward to playing that game next week because the only thing can happen is something bad. You're supposed to beat them by 50.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's a hard game to play.
Yeah. So the Wildcats traveling to Josephine. What is the other little community there? Nevada, right.
Nevada. It's called Nevada Community.
Right. So that'll be next Friday night, and the Wildcats will be heavy favorites, to say the least, win that ball game. In the district, Salina is at 3-0. Panther Creek now at 3-1. Paris at 2-1. Sulphur Springs 1-1. Lake Dallas 1-2. Aubrey 0-3, but they will be 1-3 after tonight's game. Community will be 0-3. And you said, I think, Panther Creek over Lake Dallas 30-13
Yep.
last night. Okay, so Commerce winning big over Neola. Commerce Tigers 9th ranked in the state, 3A Division I. Our head coach John McSheffrey, the former Sulphur Springs Wildcat state champion, doing great things there in Commerce. Some college games Wednesday night. I'm amazed some of these games played on Tuesday night or
do anything $1.
Texas El Paso over Sam Houston 35-17. Now tomorrow, Baylor at TCU. That's an early game, 11 o'clock. 2:30. Texas A&M at Arkansas. That is a potentially dangerous game.
So that's the type ball game that A&M will let sneak up. And they got the coaching change at Arkansas. Got Bobby Petrino back there. There's no telling he might bring his motorcycle on the field.
That'll be on ESPN. Also at 2:30, SSU at Clemson. The Mustangs
that'll be a good ball.
Now playing in the ACC of all things. UT San Antonio at UNT tomorrow. And the Mean Green with only one loss so far. Texas Tech at Arizona State at
That's big.
3. That is on Fox.
I know we got some Sulphur Springs people at that ball game. Got a big Tech contingency that's in Sulphur, and they do some traveling, and they'll be there to support them.
Texas at Kentucky tomorrow night at 6, and that's on ESPN. But I was impressed by the Longhorns win over the Sooners.
That ball game that can win by 24, it can tie or anything in between. Texas grew up a little bit because they
really
haven't been underperforming all year. So that was their top ball game, and I know my best friend was a happy boy.
Who's that?
That's Robert Gideon. He was the best man at my wedding. He's been at Austin, graduated, and went something like 30 years without missing a game wherever it was went. But now that we're getting a little longer in the tooth, he doesn't go as much. But he was at that ball game. But he was a happy dude.
E.T., it's good to say that again, at Incarnate Word in San Antonio tomorrow at 4:30. And the Lions had a really frustrating game last Saturday night. They were ahead of Lamar, I think by 2 touchdowns, going into the fourth quarter, and still lost that game. And that got featured. There was a little feature on ESPN about that game that was rather embarrassing to fans. Some of the things that went down there in the last minutes. But they ended up losing that game. But they're getting, I think, more competitive. The FCS, or on the FCS level that they're now playing at, and near beat a pretty good Lamar team last week.
Did you hear the pocket knife story from Texas Tech last week?
No, I did not.
You know that Tech throws tortillas at the opening kickoff, and the Big 12 is put in where they're going to let them do it then. Then the next time they do it, it's a warning, and then the next time it's 15-yarder. Well, they did it 3 times and got to 15 yards. But then one of the Kansas coaches found a pocket knife on the sideline and accused of throwing it. It was closed, whatever, but accused that, and after the game, Kansas coach and McGuire got into it pretty heavy in there, and McGuire's like, what do you want me to do about it, and so forth. But now they've uncovered that one of the Kansas coaches pulled it out of, or somebody on the sideline, a trainer, pulled it out of his pocket, put it down there, and told him about it and all that. So it's pretty big black eye on Kansas.
Wow. Oh, I had not heard that story.
Yeah.
Lady Cat volleyball under head coach Bailey Dorner. They are now 27-9, 6 in the district. They lost to Texarkana Pleasant Grove 3-2 Tuesday night.
Ooh,
and so they are now tied with Texarkana Pleasant Grove for first place in the district. Lady Cats play at home against Pittsburgh at 4:30. That was actually this afternoon. So we don't have that score. If someone would like to call James Terry with that score, he'll pass it along to us. If not, we'll have it tomorrow morning. And Tuesday, the Lady Cats host Paris at 5:30. Tony, are you familiar with the rules in high school volleyball? If they should end up tied, do they have a playoff game? I think that's what happens in basketball.
I'm sure it would be a playoff game. I mean, if they agreed to a coin flip, that would be up to the coaches. But I feel certain that it would be a playoff.
Yeah,
I've got a parent that I'm sending out.
Okay, good. In basketball, I know that they typically have a playoff game, but the volleyball season coming on down to the end here, at least the district schedule, and Lady Cats definitely will be in the playoffs. So another Lady Cat sports note, Tony, you may or may not have heard this. The Sulphur Springs Lady Cats golf team took first place at the Mount Pleasant Invitational this week. Lady Cats shot a total of 358, well ahead of Texarkana Texas High's total of 397. Sophomore Ramsey Reagan placed second with an 83. Senior Evie Birdsong placed fifth with an 85.
Whitney McDaniel does a really good job with the girls, and it's gotten some interest, and we've got some kids coming up, which is good because you're at the mercy of people that play golf, and so sometimes you just don't have very many kids and a lot to choose from. But we're blessed, both the boys and the girls, that they've got some numbers, and hopefully they can sustain this.
Lady Cats continue their fall season Tuesday at the Sulphur Springs Country Club in the Wildcat Invitational. Tea time is at 9, and the public is invited to attend. We saw former Lady Cat golfer Jamie Sims as a member of the Wildcat Hall of Honor this evening, along with former Wildcat football player Larry Pryor. So it was a nice event, and I know they had a ceremony, reception at the Sulphur Springs High School Library at 5:30 this afternoon before they were presented on the field before the game.
And he doesn't get credit. The late Bubba Bonner is the one that I believe started the Wildcat Hall of Honor before he passed away, and he would be very pleased to see how it has progressed, and it's a good annual event each year.
It is 17-14, Sulphur Springs leading at halftime, and we're waiting for the performance of the Blue Blazes and the Sulphur Springs High School Band. And by the way, the Wildcat Band this week performed in the regional, or I guess that was the regional meet at Mount Pleasant and got a first division rating. They'll have their area meet coming up in Lindale. I believe that, I want to say is October 28th. I would not swear to that. But we have the Blue Blazes coming onto the field now, and halftime activities underway at Sulphur Springs and Gerald Prim Stadium. Here are the Blue Blazes and the Sulphur Springs High School Band.
And leading the Blazes onto the field tonight, your captain, Emma Palacios. The Blazes want to recognize this week's Julia Wilhite State Farm Blazes of the Week, Isabella Garcia, and their Spirit Girl of the Week, Skylar Wilson. And this week's Spotlight Teacher, Mr. Cody Sabo. The Blue Blazes can't thank their sponsors enough for their ongoing support this year, including Nations Lending, Porter Grub House, RGW Hauling, J&D Dozer and Hilton, Nottingham Dodge, Larry and Sherry Finney, the Fuller family, the Palacios family, Highway 19 Construction, the Sidewalk, House of Sabo, Bob Evans, Slaughter's Barbecue, Wise Towing, Credit Union of Texas, HTO, Honda's Home Services, DNS Cabinets, Cornerstone Renovations, and Burris Laundry Services. Also, they want to send a special shout out to their gentlemen of the field, Seth John, Cavern Violet, Zach Young, Carson Dean, Trent Haven, and their managers, Zakaya Ivory, Ariel Brown, Mariah Moore, Raymond P, and Lindsay Hayes. The Blue Blazes are under the direction of alumni member, Mrs. Meredith Dial, and Assistant Director, also alumni member, Trinity Martin. Now join the Blazes as they step up the excitement with an entertaining set routine to I Get Around.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Your three-time state finalist band. Say it with me, loud and proud. Man, oh man, that Wildcat band. The band is being led onto the field by drum majors Cannon Gibson, Rafael Flores, Anthony Small, and Charles McDermott. The Wildcat Band would like to recognize this week's section of the week, the Color Guard. And this week's band members of the week are Laramie Salters and Giovanni Hernandez. Tonight, the Wildcat Band is excited for their home performance of their 2025 UIL competition show, Stained Glass. Now, sit back and enjoy the sounds of your Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band and Stained Glass. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sulphur Springs High School Wildcat Band. Directors for the band are Spencer Emmerich, Allison Martinez, Zachary Griffin, Cody Brown, Brittany Robinette, Steve Proctor, Connor Dawes, and Marshall Olman. The Wildcat Band could not do it without our amazing sponsors. So please visit our concession stand and recognize our corporate and individual supporters on the banner above our service window.
Wildcats leading over the Paris Wildcats at halftime at Gerald Prince Stadium,
On their great performances
17-14. And we will come back with the kickoff and the second half of tonight's game when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Okay, good.
Attention please, Larry Pryor Jr., if you're still here, would you report to the Spirit Shop underneath the stadium? Larry Pryor Jr. to the Spirit Shop.
Hi,
KSST and Wildcat football presented by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, P Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, the University of Scholastic League. Halftime presented by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. Pre-game presented by Super Handy, and the Wildcats getting ready to kick off to the Paris Wildcats with Eric Rodriguez having it teed up at the 40-yard line. The Wildcats leading over Paris 17-14. Here's the kick by Rodriguez, and it is taken at the 5-yard line. Here's the return for Paris, and that is one of their top running backs, Sean Roberts, on the return, and he gets out only to the 12-yard line, Tony.
Matthew Jeter.
Hang on.
Matthew Jeter on the coverage.
Go ahead, Tony.
Matthew Jeter got the tackle there. It's a good one-on-one tackle because it looked like he was fixing to go through. So they starting at the 12-yard line. That was only about a 5 or 6 yard return. Great coverage from the Wildcats.
Good kick by Eric Rodriguez, and Paris starts out in not good field position at all at the 12-yard line. That's about the best you can hope for on that opening kickoff. That was, of course, the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. And again, we see Paris with the empty backfield, 3 wide out to the near side and 2 to the far side. They're moving to the south end zone. Snap to Heath, dodges a rusher, and runs across the line of scrimmage up to about the 15-yard line and slides.
2-yard gain, got out of that cheap, and he has slid twice, and the Wildcats showing good discipline because if you slide, you can't touch them. And you gotta really lay off, so that'll be important to watch.
Gain of 2. This is 2nd down and 8 from the 14-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. Again, the backfield with 2 men wide to the far side and 3 to the near side. And they're looking to the sideline for the play. Play clock at 9.
You got Finch out there right in good shape to cut behind and have that bubble come, but he's not doing it this time.
Snap to Heath. Quick pass out to the flat is complete up to about the 18-yard line.
It should be Gio's side, isn't it? Or is it? Yep, Gio's out there. I think he's the one that got that one.
Fabian Brown, the catch, had a couple of catches in the first half. Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line.
3rd and 4, big play.
Yep.
Going to have a flag. I've got a feeling we were offsides, but now they're stopping it, so they may call this on Paris.
Play was underway. Whistles blew. Now right tackle's gesticulating and jumping up and down. So this.
Well, the receiver out here jumped, and our offside was not associated, so it does there. We have time to react and come back. You have to be head up before that's offside. So lucky break there to make it 3rd and 8 now. So a big play. See if we can get the ball out of Parrish's hand right off the bat.
Moves it back to the 14-yard line. I'm surprised the Paris Wildcats were perhaps not penalized there for unsportsmanlike conduct, some of the gesturing that was taking place. Officials were, I think, pretty lenient there.
We got thick skin.
3rd and 8. And Heath in trouble back behind the 5-yard line. He is a dangerous scrambler, though. Throws it out. And was it incomplete? I believe incomplete.
I don't know.
Over on the far side.
They're going back, so it must have been. No, they're coming up, and chains are moving, so it was complete.
It was complete over on the far side, and
I thought he could run for the 1st down. I actually didn't even see him throw the ball, so I was confused all along.
The gain is out to the 33-yard line. So that's a 19-yard gain on that play, and that was a busted play, it looked like.
Yep.
Tony,
we nearly had him in the backfield, but couldn't quite get him.
He is a capable scrambler.
Yep.
He moves around back there extremely fluidly and with a great deal of deception.
I think they're trying to get the clock stopped. It's still running, and there's nothing happening. Now it's stopped. I don't know what they're doing.
First down for Paris at the Paris 33-yard line. That was a 3rd and 8 play.
Yeah, that we had a chance there, but that's just a good football play by Paris. Biggest thing, limit these big plays, make them earn these scores. Now, but our defense is still doing a pretty good job.
Wildcats lead it 17-14, 9:48 left to go in the third quarter. Sulphur Springs led at 1 point, 17-0 in this game. That was with a little over 8 minutes left to go in the first half. But Paris came back strong there in the latter stages of the first half.
We must have, I think we got a broken chain over there on the other side because we don't have the far chain.
Gentlemen, to thank the Sulphur Springs High School culinary class for the fine meal.
So that's the reason for the delay. I look for Paris. They keep coming out in this empty backfield. They're going to start throwing those bubble screens again, and they've had success. We're going to have to know when to bubble and when to back off. Got the chain repaired, so we're fixing to go.
First down at the 33-yard line in Paris territory. This time there is a back to the left of the quarterback, Tyler Heath, and they set up a screen pass to the left side, and it is complete, and the game will be across the 35 up to about the 37-yard line.
Kind of think that might have been, McCormick came in and made the stop. No, Preston Nottingham. That looked like it was going to go a little more, and Nottingham got after it. They're up at the line again, going quicker. Here's a little side out.
Second down and 6. Quick pass to the near side.
It's a lot of action for 1 yard. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5. So good job by the Wildcat defense. They're doing a lot of screening.
That's Keyshawn Roberts that time with the catch, and not much of a gain, as Tony indicated. So at the 38-yard line.
3rd and 5. Again, another big play. They got 4 backs. They've been throwing it to that back.
4 wideouts group over to the far side. 1 to the near side. Throw it to the near side. This is Finch.
Yep.
A diving attempt to make the catch. Did he get it? Apparently so, at about the 20-yard line.
And that's the play that Robert High told me they'd be running. They actually put 4 out instead of 3 and had Finch over here, and he is just something else. So we gotta watch that.
First down, Paris.
So big gainer there for Paris to the Wildcat 24-yard line. That's a 36-yard gain. Snap to Tyler Heath, bubble screen to the far side, and complete down the sideline. It looks like another first down inside the 10-yard line for Paris.
So we're going to have to make a decision. We're playing off and letting that bubble screen, and they're getting some good blocking. We're either going to have to jump the route, take a chance at going over the top, or we're in trouble.
Jacabrian record with the catch and the gain there, and again, here's a bubble screen to the far side on this first down and goal play from the 9. Or I guess it is officially the 10, and this one's going nowhere. Wildcats ready for it.
Yeah, that one helped, but right now the lack of football field is helping the defense because we don't have to worry about the deep ball. So right here is where you need to worry about Finch in the corner. Let's see where he comes.
Wildcats leading 17-14, but on this first possession of the second half for Paris, they're at the 8-yard line, second down and goal. Tyler Heath looking to the sideline for the play. 19 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time.
Don't even think Finch is in the ball game right now. I sure don't understand that. 2
in the slot, 2 wide, snap to Heath, into his right. Time to throw, now scrambling, moving to his left, throwing into the end zone, a leaping grab. Not sure if it's a touchdown. Apparently it was.
Acting like it is. Yep.
Touchdown for Paris.
And all of a sudden, Wildcats are behind.
Touchdown, Paris.
They had good pressure on the quarterback, but he held his composure and was able to throw it up, and they high-pointed it. So we're 1 point away from a 21-17 Wildcat deficit.
Paris has come from 17-0 behind to take the lead at 20-17. On this first drive of the second half, the extra point by James Mitchell is good, 21-17.
21 unanswered points.
7:25 to go third quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSS2.
Get your popcorn. It's going to be a big second half. You bet.
9 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we are back at Gerald Prim Stadium. All of a sudden, the Sulphur Springs Wildcats find themselves in a 4-point deficit. Parrish took the opening kickoff and drove the length of the field and ended up with a touchdown pass just then. We're waiting on the kickoff, and the Wildcats need to get their composure offensively. We had a like we said, a first quarter and a half perfect. That second half of the second quarter was a little bit spicy, and this first possession here wasn't what we want. So now it's our turn to do a little dictating on this ball game.
88-yard drive and 7 plays for Paris. 10-yard touchdown pass by Tyler Heath. And Paris has taken the lead at 21-17. Here's the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff.
We need a break here. Get something through and get up about midfield.
James Mitchell advancing on the ball. The left footer puts the foot into it. And this will be, I think, Jackson Hare on the return for the Wildcats. And good coverage by Paris. He's only able to run about 3 or 4 steps before he is bumped out of bounds over on the far side at about the 26-yard line.
25-yard line is where they're going to start it out. They've done a good job of coverage. Paris has good skill people and a lot of speed. They always have that. So we're very evenly matched that way.
So a huge possession here for Sulphur Springs. Really need
if we don't make an answer right here, we got to have a long second half, I'm afraid.
They really need to move the ball down the field, put some points on the board here. Stating the obvious, but Wildcats now trailing 21-17, having led 17-0 in the second quarter.
This is where we need to have some poise.
Mason Cooper is the quarterback. Handoff on first down. Going off right tackle, short gain. That's Jackson Hare on the carry. He picks up a couple of yards.
We can't tell the bonnets again.
Maybe just 1 yard there. Get to the 26-yard line.
They played that one well. We haven't done anything outside. Everything we've done has been up the middle and then veer outside. We haven't been able just to do the pitch wide and outrun them.
Jeff Stevenson, the center, out over the football, snaps it to Mason Cooper. Going to his left now. He will run it, cuts it back, hit from behind. He's across the 25 up to about the 28-yard line perhaps for
a 2-yard gain.
Gain of a couple of yards.
3rd and 7, a huge down right here. We've got to get something positive going. And we're sure not in 4-down territory at the moment.
15 to go in the third quarter. Paris used a lot of time on that drive.
Yeah, they did.
3rd and 7. From the 28-yard line in Wildcat territory.
They're still, Paris is daring us. They're only 7 yards deep, but they're putting pressure on Cooper.
Upper bubble screen, near side, complete, but
no gain, or
really
loss.
No gain, or maybe less. That went to Jackson Virgil.
He lost 2 yards. It's going to be in the bubble there as we bubbled naked. Didn't have any blockers,
right.
Where Paris has been having numbers out there and blocking us out of the way. So that's a very unfortunate 3 and out. Just take about a minute off the clock, and now Jackson Hare is going to be ready to, I think it's Jackson. It is Jackson.
Yeah, Eric Rodriguez has been putting a lot for Sulphur Springs lately, but this looks to be Jackson Hare. And of course, Hare, I don't think he will do it, but Hare is always a threat to run.
Yep.
And he gets the snap and the punt away, and this looks like a good one.
And it's going to bounce.
Takes a Wildcat roll. Maybe not as much as we thought, but goes out of bounds to 31.
From the 26 to the 31.
And so that's a 43-yard punt by Jackson Hare. That
The
will
good
do.
part was there was no return. We wish it had bounced a little bit more straight, but it was all right. So now, can't afford to give up anything. Defense has got to get them out and get the ball back. Let's see if we can get some seniors to take charge of this possession.
Complete change of complexion in this ballgame from the first quarter to now. Wildcats totally dominated the first quarter. Led at the end of the first period 10-0. But first down, Harris at its own 31-yard line. Again, an empty backfield. And Tyler Heath rolling out to his right, the short side of the field, passing for Keyshawn Roberts, who catches the ball and steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and that is a first down.
I'll tell you what, if they're going to let the left tackle hold like they did on that one, we've got a long rest of the way. We had a really good rush coming out there, and he held him right in front of the referee.
4 wideouts to the far side of the field, none to the near side, a running back, and that is Jay Baugh. They give it to Baugh, and over the right side, short gain as he is taken down after about a yard, maybe only 1 yard.
1 yard gain. But there, I tell you what, now we've got the 3 or 4 on one side, 1 on the other. It's not Finch over here, so that's the good side.
4 receivers bunched to the far side, double screen that way, and the Wildcats do a good job of defending this one. Short gain, if any gain.
Wildcats fixing to blow a fuse because they are getting held on the edges.
Roberts hit immediately.
That was Keyshawn Roberts on the catch, and the loss actually is back to the 44-yard line. So that's a loss of 2 yards, and they are behind the chains, 3rd and 11.
They was very good coverage, but that's 2 straight plays that we should have had holding flags on there. So we're gonna see if the referees got ears if they try to pass this time and have another session.
Well, back to the right of the quarterback, Tyler Heath. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Snap to Heath. Fake over the middle, or fake to the running back, and now a throw over the middle, and it is complete, and that's a first down.
First down, number 6.
Keyshawn Roberts.
Keyshawn Roberts. We had him about a yard short, and then our defense slung him for the first down. So they're marching down the field again. Here we go with 4 wides. Nothing on the far side, 1 running back.
13-yard gain to Keyshawn Roberts. Here's the bubble screen to the far side. The ball was dropped.
Incomplete there. They're just daring us. They're saying we're going right there, but they're putting 3 out in front, and they've been successful blocking our guys. Every once in a while, breaking one, but I can't see them all being clean and not some holes. Now they go twins each side.
2 in the slot, 2 wide. Snap to Heath here in the shotgun. Baugh, the running back to his right. Gets the ball, gets rid of it quickly, passing to the far side, complete to about the 40. He did not
He
hold
dropped it. That's 2 straight, hitting them in the hands and dropped them. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. So they're helping us out a little bit, but this is where we haven't been able to stop them. I've got a feeling they're going to have 4 down territory regardless. They've got that much confidence right now.
Fabian Brown not able to hold on to the ball there. So this is 3rd down and 10. Line to gain is the Wildcat 34-yard line. Give it to Baugh up the middle. And Baugh nowhere to go.
Good
Maybe
job.
A gain of a yard or 2. Let's see who got the tackle for the Wildcats.
That's going to be Pennell and
Truth Holmes.
Truth. They're going for it, or they're showing to be going for it. I figured they would right now. Right now, they're not scared of us.
It's 4th and 9 from the Sulphur Springs 42-yard line, and Parrish will go for the first down here.
They may go ahead and punt it or try to draw us off. He's going to punt it.
He drops back, and he will punt it. And Gio Ibarra gets back there for Sulphur Springs, and it does take a Paris hop
10 or 11,
And
10-yard
will
line.
be down at the 10-yard line. I'm a little surprised that they decided to punt there.
I am too with that running play up the gut. I thought they'd go for it.
That's
even
what I
at
thought.
9.
That's what I thought.
But as it is, they turned the field on us. But that was a good job by the Wildcats. They bent but didn't give up any points. We're still just a one-score ball game. 2:07 left in the third quarter. Fast-moving third quarter.
It's a 32-yard punt by Tyler Heath, the quarterback.
But I don't know for sure if we've made a first down in the last 3 or 4 possessions.
I think you're right.
I
We'll
think
look
we've
back
been
at that.
3 and outs, and then one of them with a 1-out interception.
Paris leading 21-17 from the 10-yard line. Handoff to Jackson Hare. Hare hit at the line of scrimmage, but breaks that tackle.
Got
manages
5.
to get outside and get to the 15-yard line for a gain of 5 yards. Nice by Jackson Hare.
Yep, they've got his number tonight. All of our running backs are having to work for it. It was a little easier early in the ball game, but Parrish is really stacking it for us.
Hare had the Wildcats 2 touchdowns in the first half on a 1-yard run and a 7-yard run. This is 2nd and 5 from the 15-yard line. Down to 1:28 to go here in the third quarter. Snap to Mason Cooper in the shotgun. And again, he's given off here to Jackson Hare, and Hare up the middle spins away and gets outside. Let's see, he is out at the 20 or close to it.
20 is the line. It looks, I don't know if he's walking on it. I think they're going to give it to us.
Close to another first down.
No, they're going to say third, about a foot or
It'll
two.
be 3rd and 1.
Again, that's not very much. We haven't been doing it. This is crucial. We've got to make our 3rd down here. Get another series, get this field turned. They may be looking at it. I'm not sure they're not going to say that it's already, well, they may measure now. I don't know what they're going to measure for because they started straight on the 10.
Yeah, some hesitation.
Yeah. Anyway, 3rd and less than a yard.
Huge play here for Sulphur Springs. From the 19-yard line in Wildcat territory, snap to Cooper, hand to Jackson Hare, and Hare
barely got it.
Hit at the line of scrimmage, but I think he's got enough.
He spun and was on one of the Paris people, I think, and he got it by about a yard. Big first down, 1:08 left in the third. This is getting critical, so the Wildcats are nothing explosive in since the first quarter. So whether or not we can throw us a slant or something like that, but Paris is relentless in the middle of their defense right now. And I still think they're very susceptible deep, but we've got to do it quickly.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Snap to Mason Cooper in an empty backfield. Cooper throwing deep down the near sideline. The intended receiver was Jackson Hare, but overthrown, and he was well covered anyway by one of the Wildcats, and that was Davian Harrison.
And he was giving some hand signals like we got called for taunting right in front of the official, and nothing going on there, so let's see how that keeps going.
The last first down, Tony, the Wildcats had on that drive where they got to the 2-yard line and settled for the 20-yard field goal by Rodriguez midway through the second quarter.
3 and outs plus that one where we had the interception.
Next possession was where they had the interception. Here's a screen pass out to the near side for Quinn Harris, and they do not connect there.
Nope, that one was bobbled, and we're kind of lucky he didn't hop it straight up and get it picked for 6.
Again, he didn't really have any blockers out in front of him.
No, everything we've done is basically one blocker to try to kick it a little bit, or it's one-on-one where Parrish is putting blockers out in front.
42 seconds left to go third quarter. Paris leading 21-17. Now this is 3rd and 9.
3rd and 10, yeah. We got to get after it.
3rd and 10, the scoreboard says.
We can't afford to punt.
And in motion from right to left. Mason Cooper in the shotgun, fakes a handoff, time to throw, deep down the middle, but 2 men covering the receiver then. I think that is Jackson Hare. It is complete at the Paris 40-yard line.
And I'm here to tell you, Paris is doing a lot of talking right now. They're feeling good. If you're going to penalize one for taunting, you need to penalize everybody.
So it's 4th down and 10 from the 20-yard line for Sulphur Springs with 34 seconds to go third quarter. And obviously, Wildcats will punt here as Jackson Hare has dropped back.
They've got twins back here basically at midfield. I hope we can put this on the ground where they can't catch it, get a roll out of it.
There's the snap to Hare, get a kick away, and again a strong kick. Lands at the 40, and that makes a big Wildcat hop down the sideline to the 25-yard line.
There we go.
They needed that.
Yeah, they're putting two back there, but they're not even trying to catch the ball, so thank you for that. So 23 seconds left in the third quarter. No scoring so far in this half.
That's a 54-yard punt by Jackson Hare.
That's what we needed because we started on the 10, so now we flipped it a little bit, but we desperately need a 3 and out and force them to punt right now. We're fixing to have one play in the quarter unless it's something out of bounds or incomplete. We got the big boy over here, Finch, single by himself, 2 to the top.
It's like Creed Wisenhunt is guarding him. Handoff goes to Jay Ball. Nothing there for him. I tell you, I have seen him on video. He has shown a lot of ability to break tackles and tear on big gains, but he's not done it tonight.
I think Justin Strickland was in on that, and it looked like he was pulling that one leg like he was splitting a wishbone. That's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Again, True Holmes lost his helmet for some reason. That seems to be a continuing problem, and he'll have this.
Okay, yeah.
Going to the fourth quarter, Paris leading 21-17 over the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and this is Wildcats football on KSST.
Paris is up by 4, 21-17.
Okay, yes, and again. Between the quarters, we'll play 2.
Good, James. Two. Wildcats on KSST. The Wildcats led this game to midway through the second quarter, but Paris with a fierce second, they lead 21-17 starting the fourth quarter. Second down 10 at the Paris territory. Paris football.
Actually got two backs in this time, one in motion.
That's the H-back. Play action pass, Tyler Heath throwing down the right side.
No good.
Incomplete over there on the far side, intended, I believe, once again for Keyshawn Roberts.
Done very little running. They've done all the damage through the air.
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised the ball has not been able to run more effectively tonight. 3rd and 10. Huge play for both teams. Scoreboard says 3rd and 10. I think that's right. Now the down marker goes to 3. Yeah.
It's not good when they're not in sync.
Paris up to the line. Tyler Heath, the junior quarterback, has a back to his right. Heath drops to throw, swings it out to the right side.
He wasn't looking, threw it behind him, so that's good. Now it should be 4th down.
And again going for Keyshawn Roberts, and we have it as 4th down. Scoreboard says 4th down. The down marker is a little slow, but there he goes. So defensive stand there by the Wildcats. Tyler Heath
are confused, and we got nobody back, so I hope this one doesn't get a turf bounce. Went out of bounds. We lucked out with only about 5 yards of the turf bounce, and it's going to be at the 39-yard line heading out.
He only dropped back about 7 yards, and he's a dangerous guy.
He is.
With the football under his arms, they're afraid of him faking that.
I just think there's confusion on whether or not it's actually 4th down. I think the box and the scoreboard have been hurting us a little bit.
36 yards by Ty Heath.
So Wildcats need points right here. Right now, they haven't done anything in a half of football to Paris. We must score some points. It's not absolute, but in my book it is.
Paris leading 21-17. First down Wildcats at their own 39-yard line. Mason Cooper rolling out, passing, complete in the flat near side of down and out to Jamorian Jeffrey, who is out of bounds.
Gain.
At about, I thought he had a gain
There
to about
comes
the
a flag.
43.
There comes a flag finally, and we got another flag, so we could have 30 yards coming here. It's about time because Paris has been doing lots of mouthing. Those flags came out at different times, so we're going to get at least 15 and possibly 30 because that's in succession.
I thought the gain on the pass was at least to the 43-yard line. It appeared, as Tony said, they were going to mark it at the 41, and then I don't know why the Paris players got upset.
I don't either, but they've been mouthing lately. Well, they've been mouthing because they stopped us.
A matter of being upset. It's a matter of
they're taunting.
Yeah.
So both flags must have been for the same. I thought they had two. So that's going to be a Hooten Hardware first down finally. Number one was Brendan Shores, unsportsmanlike there. So let's see if that stops a little. I don't blame them. They've been stopping us, but that's still, they called us early in the game. So if you're gonna open it up, get it.
That could get the Wildcats going. Down the Paris 4-yard line. Mason Cooper hands off to Jackson Hare. Hare with a hole over the right side, cuts it back, and somebody caught him by the back of the jersey.
Chris
Or he
Garcia,
might have been
number
gone.
11. He's their big time middle linebacker, and if he doesn't have him, Jackson scores, I think.
9 yards on the gain by Jackson Hare. Yeah.
So that's now our offense is kicking a little bit. Let's see if we can take it on in. This is time to get behind that vaunted line.
Right. Vincent Johnson, the left tackle.
They gave us a Hooten Hardware first down. They're trying to get the chains to move. We've had problems with chains today. People don't realize from an officiating standpoint how big of they're part of that crew, just like the clock operator. Got to work in tandem.
And off again to Jackson Hare. Hare over the right side again, cutting back and keep those legs churning. He's down to the 25-yard line.
Now we're going right there. Let that line eat. Let's push these boys back.
And that's close to another first down. Now again, they're slow moving the chains over there, Tony.
Now I think Paris had to call a timeout because they were fixing to get too many people on. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, they got 12. So they were trying to get a big boy off and had to call a timeout.
So I believe it is 2nd and 1. But I say that, right?
Yeah, it's second.
They're
trying to move again.
That first down marker, the down marker and the chains have had a lot of confusion for some reason tonight.
So instead of second, but now they're saying first and 10, moving chains, but they hadn't moved the box.
There it goes. It will be 1st and 10 at the 25. Okay.
But Paris had to spend a timeout. That could be huge in a tied ball game because they were fixing to get penalized for substitution rules, 12 on the field.
So a couple of big runs by the senior Jackson Hare getting the Wildcats going here.
Yep.
And maybe that taunting penalty is what actually got them going.
Well, if you don't get fired up over it, something's wrong.
So 10, Sulphur Springs at the Paris 25. Jackson Hare, big hole up middle. Hare.
He just keeps
into the
fighting.
secondary. Down
6.
To about the 19-yard line. 18,
yep, to the 18, 2nd and 6. Running hard. Haven't seen any mark. If he's over on the sideline, if he's got something or if they're just sticking with Jackson at the moment.
4.
10 minutes till the ball game, so it's very important to get Paris looking up at the scoreboard.
Paris leading 21-17. Snap to fakes Jackson Hare. Onto it at the goal line.
Just barely able to knock it out of his short. Good play call. Now it's 3rd down, so 4 down territory for Absolute. That could have been huge.
I'm sorry, it's Quinn Harris. Goal.
Yep, it was Quinn, and he had about 3 yards on him and had to slow up and let the receiver run into us. Can't afford anything negative here. We got to go positive.
Huge 3rd and 4. Handoff Jackson Hare up the middle, and tough going there. He will be short of a first down as he
4th
gets
and 3.
maybe to the 17.
4th and 3, and I'm sure let's see. Yeah, they're going in with the meat. And I tell you what, this has sure Perry line. They've got a couple of boys that have a lot of time at the table.
It's senior linebacker Chris Gardner made the stop. This is huge for Sulphur Springs. 3rd and 3.
Wildcat with Jackson Hare. They're fixing to go south.
From the 17-yard line, bring the blocking backs in here. And Jackson Hare from the Wildcat. Snap Hare. They're going right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He'll score standing up for Sulphur Springs.
There you go. Tell them we're going there.
Jackson Hare over the right side. Direct snap. Good blocking.
Hooten Hardware first down.
17-yard touchdown run by Jackson Hare, his 3rd of the night. And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go, Wildcat.
That was huge. 8:51 left. Now we should be up 3 after this Rodriguez try. I sure am nervous. Had number 2 on this corner that quit.
The extra point attempt by Eric Rodriguez. And the kick on the way to the south goal post, and it is good. And the Cats lead it 34-21, 8:50 to go in the game. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Thank you, James. Good. Right. For the Wildcats, that is a 61-yard drive, 6 plays.
And the most important player on that entire drive was number 1 for Parrish for the taunting call and adding yards. Critical.
Right.
I think that kind of us up a little bit. We've been a little bit of a zombie. Now everybody got to stay with it. There's 8:51 left, and we think Perry's going to lay down and die. We're crazy.
And Tony, that drive pretty much all Jackson Hare.
Yes, absolutely.
17-yard touchdown run out of the Wildcat. We've seen with him tonight for the first time. Deuce Timmons.
Not a bad option.
I love it. I think it's great. I'd like to see him throw off of it.
Yeah, I do. I think I'd love to see it.
Here's the kick by Rodriguez. And it upon the hill of the field, breaking to the inside, and return will be out to about 3 line or thereabouts.
But a big defense can get up there and hold a 3 and out. This, if we could get out on another session.
Also an half there on that kickoff.
And I got a feeling pain all there.
Plays on defense, which is the interception, of course.
Yeah, but he can't score from the sideline. So I like it. Have with him on the sideline is a
Tyler Heath in the shotgun has his head in motion from right to left. Heath jumps deep, has a yard line, 1 man to and he will be brought down from behind.
Hunt was looking to see if he could strip it, but I tell you what, quarter he's 3 deep, all dead in stride. I can see that one coming before he gets midfield.
That's Fabian Brown on the catch for Paris, all to the Wildcat 12-yard line.
So if it's not hit whizzing up, score.
Right, the fastest man on the fastest man out in snap to Taylor Heath, handoff.
There.
Ball again, just nothing there for ball.
Alex King and Trey Holmes now is getting a little chippy. Number 5 getting up, took a little offense to it.
Hit first by Blaine Allen.
Allen got that tackle.
2nd and 10. That's a good play there. Trips at the top. Twins down below. Backfield.
That pass play, by the way, good for 62 yards a moment ago.
Lucky it wasn't for the half.
This is 2nd down and 10. Again, an empty backfield, as Tony told you. Snap, Tyler Heath. Heath rolling out drive. Now feeling the pressure, coming back the other way. Run it. He crosses the line of scrimmage, and he will score. We told you he's a great scrambler. Saw it there. You get the open field for him, and he is dangerous.
So we've got us barn burner with 7:26 left in the fourth quarter.
12-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Tyler Heath. And they spread that field. I think they're happy for him to run it.
Yeah, and he went back against the grain and it just opened up. So good for them. That's what they're going to do. So turned after.
James Mitchell, a left-footed kicker to attempt an extra point here. And the kick down, or the snap down, and the kick.
See what, if our guys in the middle get a push and kicks the ball.
7:20 short. We come back on. Seven 26. That drive for Paris is 72 yards in 3 plays. They had a 62-yard gain on a pass down the middle to Fabian. And a scrambling 12-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Tyler Heath.
Okay, we got Dobson Martin and Jackson there again. They've flip-flopped this time. Jackson's on the far side. They normally are the other way around. We need a good return here.
James Mitchell has it teed up at 40. Here's the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. And it will be taken by Don Martin at the 15-yard line. Martin, the center of the field, 30, 35, 40.
There we go.
And a nice return there by Dobson Martin.
Nice. That's a classic Dobson Martin. He was going to go as far as he could and got to the 40 starting. So great field position. Start this drive now. Cats just need to continue what they did last drive.
He tempted here to just go with the Jackson Hare in the wild.
No, not this early. I want to put your head up. If you put Jackson back there, he lets them get the entire defense in the box.
Yeah, they know where he's.
I'd like to see on each side here. Going to run, though. We're telling them.
Snap to Mason. He fakes it. Oh, this direct snap to Jackson Hare.
Yep.
And Hare off, Tony.
Yep, you were the soothsayer, so that's good. It started out. I wouldn't do it this early, but so if you're going to put him in the Wildcat, then go ahead and spread those 2. That takes at least 2 defenders out. But
Hare off tackle to the Paris 42-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards. Now, I think Mason was in the game, was he?
I don't know if he's in now, but if he was, he was as a back, but I don't think he was. I actually don't think he was.
I thought they had Mason Cooper in the snap. Now we have a pen.
Maybe another 50-yarder. Let's there set. That's 15 for something. I didn't hear what. So here we go.
Either unsportsmanlike conduct or taunting or perhaps personal foul.
One or the other, but it's at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Hardware first down. I think we're going to give it to them because we got one on the play and one on the penalty.
First down at the Parrott 7-yard line. Wildcats trailing 28-24, 6:54 to go in the ballgame. Mason Cooper takes Jackson Hare. Hare lowers his shoulder, runs over a man down to the yard line. Jackson Hare.
He said, "I'm taking your spot." Is he said, it looks like just rolled him over. That's Marquise Shelton.
Yeah.
He's not feeling quite as good as he did before that play.
So second down and 3.
7-yarder.
From the 20.
7-yarder, and he had contact at about 2 or 3. He just, whatever length that boy was, he went over him.
Mason Cooper at the quarterback, the senior.
We're stacking the block.
They snap it to Jackson Hare.
Yep.
And Hare
got first down.
Takes a step to his right, then cuts it back, works his way behind his blockers down close to the 15-yard line, make it the
Hooten Hardware first down.
So they are lining up there with Mason Cooper at back, but Jackson Hare just to left or right is a direction.
Okay.
I like
pretty creative. We're putting 9 in the box, and we're basically telling Paris we're going toward that end zone right in the middle behind this line. And this is a quiet, we've dragged on them for 3 or 4 years now. This is the time to take charge. 5:35 and the clock's running.
This is first down. And again to Jackson Hare. The Wildcats are just riding his back right now. And this is a short gain, if any.
3. 2, I think.
Against the 2 yards at the 14.
He's going to slip well tonight.
Again, Chris Garcia with the tackle. The Wildcats, yeah.
He is a player.
5:06 to go and the clock is rolling. Sulphur Springs trailing Paris 28-24.
I hate to break the chain, but I guarantee you if we fade one and threw it over the we'd score because they've got nobody there.
This is 2nd and 8.
You got Carpenter and Harris that both could cut over the middle.
Mason Cooper changing the play. This is the option. And they get it to going wide left and Hare inside the 10. Steps out just short of the forward stick.
It's going to be about 3rd and 2. Great job. And I'm here to tell you, Mr. Cooper on that option play has really sucked the guys in, and he's close where they can actually tip that ball and get it. And I think we're putting the meat in there now, and we'll probably see the Wildcat here from here on in. Jackson's back there by himself.
Right.
We got 10 in the box.
This is 3rd and 2 at the 8-yard line. Snap to Hare. He's reading his blockers, going to his left. And Hare
he's got
working
the
his way
hardware first down, sure.
Working his way down to about the 5, maybe the 4.
Yep. I think he's got the 4 and 4:30 left in the ball game. The clock's fixing to run, and I look for Jackson Hare and the Wildcat to be there for 4 more downs if it takes that long to score. Here comes big number 64 in there, Keegan Edwards as an extra blocker.
Matthew Jeter is in as an extra blocker, blocking back, H-back. Quinn Harris. Jackson Hare will take the snap here. Snap to Hare. Working to his left. We got Quinn Harris in front of him. Hare at the goal line, at the pylon, touchdown.
He's in. Good job. They were expecting him to go straight up, and he took it outside, gave him a shake, and go.
Good ball.
4:09 left in the game. Now it's 30-28 with the all-important extra point coming up.
Good block by Quinn Harris, leading the way. And the Wildcats
we got something.
Take the lead again. We have here.
After the touchdown, good ball. Personal foul is the offense number 0.
That's Quinn.
Okay, so Quinn Harris did something physical. So he's going to take the extra point, 15 back, and that could become critical.
On the kickoff.
Oh, they're going
kickoff.
to take – that's – okay, thank you for that, because they get the choice, and I would think they'd want it right here and see if they might could get it where a field goal wins a ball game.
So the choice of defense to either take it on
whoever
the
offensive team can take it either place, and I think they may – I'm thanking them for this, because 3 points now and 2 points 15 yards back.
Eric Rodriguez will take the attempt here for Sulphur Springs. Matthew G. snap. Mason Cooper will hold. 30-28 Sulphur Springs. Ball down. The kick on by Rodriguez. And it is perfect season on his.
I don't think that fit make a difference.
Northeast Texas Farmer Co-op says, way to go. 4-yard touch. Jackson Hare, his 4th night.
Where down just along the same line.
Cats football after this SST.
So instead of 35, going to be at the 20-yard instead of from the 40. It'd be back.
Yep.
You're going to forget about it.
58-yard drive for Sulphur Springs. 7 plays. Virtually all Hare.
Now here's the signal from the umpire. Personal foul at the 40. So we're going to kick off from the 25, and that could going to work in Harris's favor. I still think I would have made a kick from 15 more to try to get 3 points, but that's why I'm up here and not over on their sideline.
Hare has runs of 7 yards, 16 yards, 4 yards, touchdowns tonight.
Well, I hope that's enough. 4 minutes, we got to dig in this defense. We need a big kick, not a good return. Maybe he bouncer in the ball.
Turn man, the deep turn man standing at 25-yard. From the 25. 25, he'll and he is caught around the 15-yard.
So genius there for, and that was one agreed with that chased down, otherwise score. So look at the 16 in right now with 3:58. This is now whoever ends up really bad. So this is right about the place that they scored from on that last play. So I'm going to spread it out. Quarter.
That's a 9-yard kickoff return there, Harris. First down at Wildcat 16-yard line for Springs leading 28. And
tipped and incomplete on that one.
Incomplete, the pass from Tyler Heath.
We need a tip ball pick right here.
3:50 to go for Springs leading 31-28. The Wildcats led midway through the second quarter 17-0 in this ball game.
Finch is top right. He's been the keeper so far. Better really pay attention to him. He goes on man to man right now.
2 men wide left, 2 men wide right. Moving from right to left, that's the north end zone. Gerald Prim Stadium running back to the right of Tyler Heath. Heath, pocket, moving up, passing.
Incomplete.
Middle, not connected. The receiver.
I was afraid off sides, but there wasn't any flag. So now, 3rd and 10, Parrish may need to just think about getting some yards where they get a first down, although 7 left. 3rd.
Keyshawn Roberts, I think it was Keyshawn Roberts on the kickoff return moment ago, but I'm not absolutely certain of that.
Finch is in the slot this time.
3rd and 10, huge play from the 16-yard line. Snap to Heath. Heath backpedaling. Looking over. Throwing into the end zone. Has a man. Touchdown.
Our defender, number 12, James Johnson, got his feet tied up and he fell, and the receiver made an outstanding catch. He brought it down.
Cambrian record with the catch.
Going to have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go back and have a game-winning touchdown. I think we got just enough to do that.
2nd touchdown reception of the night for record. He had a 30-yard touchdown catch in the first half. James Mitchell, the extra point. And kick up and good. And Parrish gains the lead. 34.
What an entertaining football night on the short end right now. I've got every confidence we can come down and win this, but everybody in this state has been on the edge of their seat.
Wildcat football continues for this on KSST. Okay.
This is the difference in possibly playing 3rd place and or the champion in the playoffs first round.
Yep. I may have said 4-31 a moment ago. 35-31, Tony. So Wildcats need a touchdown.
Yeah, we got to have a touchdown. We've been on the end of that 4 points.
59-yard kickoff return gave Paris the ball at the 16-yard. That was a 3rd down play. Tyler Heath, the quarterback, scrambled, found Jacabrian record about midway into the zone for the 13-yard touchdown pass.
Kind of threw it. He rolled and threw it back across the grain, which you're taught not to do that, but it was safe the way it was. Nobody else could have caught it.
He's a good quarterback.
Yes, he is. We need a good return here.
Kickoff by Mitchell, taken at the 10-yard line. And this is Dobson Martin.
There he goes.
Dobson Martin, 50.
That's what we needed. Just like
great
that.
Return of 40 yards by Dobson Martin for Springs down the near sideline.
That's what we needed right there. That's 2 consecutive big-time runs by Dobson Martin.
On kickoff returns.
On kickoff returns. So now the offense is poised, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. One thing you got to look at now is you need to move that clock too, the way Paris has been able to score quickly. We need to score late.
Right. Can't be too picky.
No, we need to score first, hopefully score late.
5-31 Paris, 3 go in the ball game. First down, they give it to Jackson Hare, and Hare tackles on his feet and is all the way inside the 20-yard line down to about the 18-yard line.
We nearly scored now.
What a run by Jackson Hare.
Yeah, but he stayed in bounds too, so the
off right tackle.
We got a flag. Nobody moving the chains. Gonna have something.
29-yard gain there by Jackson.
45-yard line, the line of scrimmage. So unless it's offsides, it's not gonna be good.
I still don't see the flag.
It's right in front of the coaches. Face mask, half the distance. All right, there we go.
Face mask penalty against Parrish will move the ball inside the 10-yard line.
7.5-yard line goal.
Wow.
Now we need to just run the football and get that clock running. I don't want to score with 3 minutes left. We've got to get ahead of them, but
Sulphur Springs first and goal at the 7, 3:20 to go. Parrish leading 35-31.
now roll the clock. There it went. And we've got to snap the ball with about 2 seconds left on the clock. This is where got to understand to run the clock. If we're snap at anything before 3, we're cheating ourselves.
47-yard kickoff return on the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff by Dobson Martin. Got this drive going. And play clock to 2 to 1.
We call timeout.
We'll take a timeout.
How's real nervous?
Yeah.
So each team's got 2 timeouts left.
Right. I just clipped it down to 2 for Sulphur Springs. 35-30 wide.
Plus
this
a
has
2-minute warning, too. So this is really going to be hard. We're not going to be able to run the clock out. We're just going to have to score.
Teams have scored our last 4 possessions in this game. 2 for each team.
Yeah. I'm not so sure if we score this time. If we score this time, we might go for 2 to force them to score because they haven't had to kick yet. It'd be kind of odd, but think about it.
A touchdown and the extra point would make it 38-35. The 2-point conversion would make it 39-35.
Yeah, that would force them to get a touchdown instead of being able to get down there and tie the game into overtime.
Well, a field goal could win it then.
Yep, if we can make it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So you got both Jackson and quarterback. It's to Jackson.
First and goal from the 8. Jackson Hare working his way behind his blockers down to about the 4-yard line.
Let's say who's stopping the clock, but there's a flag. They're going to call a hold.
Face mask on Harris again.
Good.
Let's go on there.
I don't have a clue, but it's going to take to about the 3.5 or the 4.
Well, now Hare got to the 4, so this will move it to the 2.
Okay, the 2. Hooten Hardware first down.
Man, you'd like to be able to run some clock here, but
well, we can run 25 out of it.
Mercy.
With it being first down, I go straight ahead in case they stop us and just don't let anything go long.
Again, you've got Matthew Jeter and Quinn Harris in there as blocking backs.
I think we got a Parrish timeout, maybe.
We haven't seen, I don't think, Truth Holmes in there in that heavy backfield setup for Sulphur Springs. Yeah. So Paris takes the timeout, 35-31. Paris leads. This is Wildcats football on KSS2. One spot.
What a football game.
Wildcats football on KSST. What a game here. These two rivals, Sulphur Springs and Paris, have been playing each other since 1924. Paris leads that series 49 wins to 30 wins, 5 ties. But the Wildcats have won the last 3, and who's going to win tonight?
Well, this is a huge seeding game, playoffs too, because the smart money in Salina, Panther Creek, Paris, and Sulphur Springs being the 4. So I'm going straight up the middle again in case I don't score. I'm going to use 25 more seconds or make Paris use their last time out.
Jackson Hare in the Wildcat. Matthew Jeter and Quinn Harris as blockers just in front of him behind the guards. First and goal from the 2. Hare takes the snap. Going to his left has again Quinn Harris leading the way, and Hare swarmed and brought down for a loss back at about the 5-yard line.
About the 4, they're going to give him progress. 3 between the 3 and the 4, and that's going to force Paris to use their last time out to save the clock. So far that's good. That's going to be second and goal from about the 3.5 to 4-yard line. I feel good about that. Got 3 plays to score.
Paris leading 30-31. This is Wildcats football on KSST. caught up on your spots pretty much, James? Okay. Okay, if we have another delay, I'll keep.
Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is second down and goal for Sulphur Springs from the Paris 4-yard line. Wildcats trailing 35-31, 2:36 to go in the ball game. Jackson Hare at Wildcat. Tony, they have been using that very much in the same way they typically would use Deuce Timmons if he was not injured.
So I'd go straight ahead. They've gone outside a couple, but you sometimes get the ball stripped on you when you're going sideways. Straight up the gut.
Snap to Jackson Hare, picking his way, working his way down to the 2-yard line where it will be third down.
I thought I saw a flag fly in, and they stopped the clock. So we're going to have to see what's going on here. I guess we couldn't get another face mask. Afraid this might be a hold.
Good heavens.
Oh, Lord, that's 3 face masks in one series
on this drive.
So here's what that does. Puts it at the 1, but also gives us 4 downs with 2:30. You could almost intentionally not score for the first play. Just get there and fall down. Now the clock is running, so we're going to run 25.
What is going on with 3 face masks?
Plus,
that's almost got to be deliberate, Tony.
And you got to be looking at it. You 7 through, but if I've got somebody doing that, I'm going to look.
Mercy. And that is so strange.
That's going to be interesting. I'll have to talk to Chad about that over the weekend. Wildcats call one of their 2 remaining timeouts at 2:03.
So this is first and goal at the 1-yard line. 2:03 left to go in this game. Sulphur Springs trailing 35-31. But should have 4 attempts here from the 2-yard line.
Correct. Sulphur Springs has 1 timeout remaining.
Public address announcer here, Kevin Woolley, just announced that the Wildcats have 1 timeout left, and Paris has a timeout. If the Wildcats do score here and leave any time on the clock, and there's a pretty good chance of that, then have no timeouts. The Wildcats out to a 17-0 lead in this game. Paris came roaring back in the second quarter. The lead at the half, 21-17, and it has been back and forth here in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. Here we go. First down goal from the 1-yard line. Jackson Hare takes the snap. Hare hit hard as he crashed to the left side. Peter block. Lineman in blocking that play. So it'll be second. Let's see where they fall. Hare, I think, in a scrimmage, but
2-minute timeout. Forgot about that.
Right.
1-5-6.
So it looks like it's going to be on the 1-yard line. You know, Paris, in all honesty, might ought to let us score.
Right.
Where they've got 2 minutes. They've got to think about that too. I bet you that's what they're thinking on this right here. They're going to say they're going to do that, take their chances on our defense the way they've been picking them apart. So it's a chess match.
The Wildcats say, well, if you see that they are laying down or not offering resistance, then you take a knee. Or
if you get back to the 1.
If you get back, right.
You could do that once. You could, if you did it any more than that, you're
right. You don't want to give up any yards.
Putting a thumb in their nose, and I wouldn't do that. I think I'd go ahead and score.
So again, they'll have Jackson Hare as the Wildcat back taking a direct snap. Peter Medlock, not Peter, but Jackson Medlock, the son of offensive coordinator Peter Medlock, is in there as a blocker. Snap to Hare. Hare going to his right and charging at the goal line. And he's across the goal with 1:51 showing on the clock, and the Wildcats regain the lead.
Hooten Hardware first down.
And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that touchdown run by Jackson Hare, his 5th of the night.
Now the critical extra point that we take for granted, and then the Wildcat defense, they're to come up with a pick.
So Eric Rodriguez now 32 of 32 on his extra points this season. And the kick is up, and it is good once more. Splits the up. Right. So 38 to 35. Sulphur Springs with a 51 to go. And Wildcat ball on KSST.
I'll tell you what, the problem is Paris is confident as all get out right now. They've got no problem with it. They think we've got plenty of time.
Well, with no timeouts,
that's going to be they're going to have to work the sidelines.
3, 2, 1.
Wildcats go 45 yards in 7 plays. All Jackson Hare. Hare, the 1-yard touchdown run, but the drive was kick-started by Dobson Martin, that 47-yard kickoff return to the Paris 45-yard line.
Plus 3 face masks.
Oh, my gosh.
I got to find out about that next week. They weren't for much yardage, but they gave us extra downs and let us use a little bit more clock freely.
And what is going on with that? I mean, what can explain that?
I don't know. Now it looks like we're going to try to get them to fair catch a kick to this side. Let's see if we can make them fair catch it.
Todd Shepard kickoff, and Eric Rodriguez kicks it in a diagonal fashion toward this side. The fair catch taken at the 30-yard line.
I know. A lot of times I complain about that pooch kick. They've had some returns here, so I like this one. No return. No, I wish they had some clock run off, but we got a minute 51. Let's see what these Wildcat defenders are trying to get the crowd up, and the crowd is obliging right now. Paris band's going. This is high school football, folks.
Paris first down at their 30-yard line. A field goal would tie the game, Tony.
Yep.
We don't know much about James, their place kicker. He's looked good on his extra points.
They've been low. I don't know the field goal is going to be that much. There's one to the sideline, caught.
Tyler Heath throws it out to the far side, and it is caught for close to a first down.
Yep, going to be about a yard short. With no timeouts, 1 minute 44, they're going to have to go to the sidelines. Our job is going to be to see if we can tackle somebody, but we cannot take a fake and go on the out and up. That's what got us earlier.
Keyshawn Roberts made the catch, stepped out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 1 yard short of a first down. So 2nd and 1 for Paris. Tyler Heath, the junior quarterback, has a running back directly to his left, takes the snap, throwing down the middle.
Pick, there's a pick.
Picked off.
McCormick. I told you we were fixing to get one.
It's Alex McCormick.
Alex McCormick, the senior, with the play of his life right there. And the Wildcat bench is going crazy, and the fans too. Minute 38 left in the ball game, and I think we can now take a knee 3 times, and that ball game is over. What a turnabout.
Alex McCormick, the senior linebacker, interception in the middle of the field.
Yep.
Were they setting up a there?
There was another one little bubbles inside, but we had a blitz on the left side that caused the quarterback to rush it. He may have even been dumping it, but Alex made a diving catch.
Yeah.
What a turnaround ball game. So we're going to come in and we're going to see the victory fortune, I hope, 3 times. It's a minute 38. We get 40 seconds. We can do that. Snap it 3 times, down it.
38-30 for Springs, 138. Wildcats have the ball. Paris, 45-yard line, and the snap, and immediately Mason Cooper goes to a knee.
There's the first one, 33 and counting, 42nd. We gained about 4 seconds on the 42nd, so now this one will get down to 40. We'll have to do 2 more times.
What a game this has been.
This is automatic. This is so good. And this is huge for the rest of the season.
Right. And again, the concept of this is that Deuce Timmons, quarterback, suffered a serious last week to his ankle, not able to play tonight. Mason Cooper, the senior quarterback who hasn't played all that much, has just done a sensational job, I think, for Sulphur Springs. A very solid job. Let's say he takes the knee again.
Got to do it one more time. We can do it right now and let the clock go. There's no way Paris can stop it. Ball game is over. What a ball game take that second quarter where the offense just kind of laid an egg. This has been a great football game. Paris is really hurt going home, and I feel for them.
And what a performance tonight by Jackson Hare. There's the snap. Mason takes a knee one more time. Now 10 seconds.
You got to give Mason Cooper a big kudos too.
Oh, man,
he had a great first quarter, and he held his composure. So just a great football game. Now they're lining up, fixing to go across and shake hands. And again, this is what it's all about.
About as good a high school football game as you will see. And Sulphur wins it 38-35 over the old rivals, the Paris Wildcats. Wildcats now what? 6-1 for the season, 2-1 in district play.
Yep.
Paris go to 5-3 in district play. You said this gives the Wildcats a leg up in Paris for at least third place in the district.
Correct.
And Wildcats, of course, can beat Panther Creek in the final week of the season. They could still take second in the district. And that does with who you are assigned to play them once you get into the playoffs. So we'll come back and recap this thing as best we can when Wildcat football continues after this KSST. Yeah, run 2 minutes worth. I'm going to turn the lights back.
Mercy sakes. I was concerned about that one. It looks like our number 6 still hobbling, so he's got a high ankle there. .10:30, long ball game.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats, cheerleaders, Blue Blazes all lined up along the west sideline at Gerald Press Stadium, and all enjoying the Cat fight song there after a 38-35 win over the Paris Wildcats, and Tony, Wildcats had them all the way.
Yeah, say that
Never
again. I tell you what, I felt good at the end of the first quarter. Didn't know if we had it in us at halftime. What a second half for both teams. This was just an entertaining football. It's so much easier now that we came out on top. We could be sitting here with a 4-point loss right now and still feeling good about our performance and all of that. But this is just wonderful.
I think I said at one point late there that Paris had taken the lead at halftime. That was not correct. They were behind still 17-14, but it kind of felt like
because they had dominated us in the second quarter.
Well, let's recap this just as best we can. We'll do it as briefly as we can. Wildcats take the opening kickoff, and that was an impressive thing, Tony, the way they started the game.
Yes.
They go 84 yards in 11 plays. Jackson Hare, the first of his touchdowns. I think it's 5. We'll have to count them up as we go along.
Yeah, it was. He got that last one. It was.
1-yard touchdown run to make it 7-0, and then Hare scored on a 7-yard run to make it 14-0 with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Wildcats then had a 58-yard drive and settled for a 20-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez to make it 17-0 with 8:07 left to go in the second quarter. And that's where, Tony, I think the Wildcats lost the mojo a little bit at that point.
I think that if the Coach Faircloth would tell you right now, if he had that same to do, he'd go for it. That did. We had everything going. If we go in right there, then this ball game probably is open. It's over. As good as Paris ended up playing.
Yeah, and to make it 21-0 rather than 17-0, but it seemed to kind of take a little bit of the edge away from Sulphur Springs. Paris then comes back with a 72-yard drive in 8 plays. Jacabian Record, am I saying his name right? Jacabian Record makes the catch, a 38-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Heath, the quarterback. And they had been, you remember, throwing the little bubble screens, and then they back off the bubble screen.
And he just went on the fly.
And it wide open, and that made it 17-7. And then one of the big plays in the game, the interception by Markelrick Finch.
Yes.
And that gave them the ball at
about the 35-yard line.
But then there was a penalty against the Wildcats on the play, gave them the ball at the Sulphur Springs 49.
Yep.
They drive down, get the touchdown pass from Heath to Markelrick Finch. 6-yard touchdown pass in the back corner of the end zone. And with the extra point, it was 17-14 at halftime.
And that one interception, to me, is where we lost our composure.
Right.
So we recovered. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intercept.
No, not at all. I think you're right about that. That was a deep ball thrown by Mason Cooper.
Yes.
And I don't think it would have had as much of an effect if
without the penalty
had not been tacked onto it.
Adding 15 to it, sure.
Paris then comes back, and they get a touchdown pass on the first offensive possession of the game, of the second half, as they drove from their 12-yard line all the way for the touchdown. An 88-yard drive, touchdown pass by Tyler Heath to make it 21-17, and Paris led for the first time in the ball game with 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. And then we had a period there throughout the third quarter where the teams exchanged punts, Tony.
Yep. Third quarter was empty. 2
consecutive after that touchdown by Paris to start off the quarter.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
2 times Paris forced Sulphur Springs to punt. 2 times Sulphur Springs forced Paris to punt. Then the Wildcats get it, let's see, at their own 39, and then there was a penalty that moved it up to the 44 following a punt. And they drive it then, what would that be, 61 yards in plays. And Jackson Hare, a 17-yard touchdown run. The Wildcats back on top, 24-21. And that was late in the third quarter. Was that that was early in, I'm sorry, early in the fourth quarter. 8:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, wow, that last half of the fourth quarter was incredible.
It was.
Paris comes back. And they go 77 yards. They get the 12-yard touchdown run on a scramble by Tyler Heath, the quarterback, to go up 28-24 with 7:46 left to go in the fourth quarter. Wildcats get the ball at the 42-yard line, and they drive 62 yards in 8 plays. Jackson Hare, a 4-yard touchdown run. Hare running out of the Wildcat. extra point Eric Rodriguez good to make it 31-28. Paris comes back. They get a long kickoff return, a 59-yard kickoff return to the Sulphur Springs 16. And then it was Jacabrian record with the 18-yard touchdown pass from Heath. That was the second touchdown reception of the night for record. And Paris leads it 31-28 at that point. Man, it's hard to keep up with, isn't it? And the Wildcats then come back and drive from the Paris 45-yard line following a 47-yard kickoff return by Dobson Martin, which Tony was one of the...
was fabulous.
Right. 35-31, Paris led after the touchdown pass from Heath, the record, and then the kickoff return by Dobson Martin to the Paris 45-yard line. Wildcats drive down in 7 plays. Jackson Hare 1-yard touchdown run to make it 38-35. Wildcats with 1:51 to go, and then another huge play in the game. Alex McCormick comes up, the Wildcat linebacker, with an interception.
Absolutely.
On the next possession.
I told you during the timeout we was going to get
you
there.
You sure did. He absolutely did. So in the last 8:51 of the game, and really a little bit more than that, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lead changes.
Yeah,
Tony.
This was awesome. This was such a good and exciting. Like I say, though, it's still very easy with us being on the winning side. It was a fabulous ball game, and it gives us hope now for the rest of the season. Even with Deuce Timmons, give him time to rest, because we can play next week without any problem. And you don't say that very often and dare people to not. But if we were to go get beat next week, we need to hang up the rest of the season. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Then we get Lake Dallas here.
Yep.
Hopefully we got enough confidence to give him the rest there. And then when we go to the Star in the Week 10 game or Week 11, then let's pull him back and let's get ready to roll. Again,
Deuce was in a boot this week, and it's unclear if he has maybe a hairline fracture or it's a high ankle sprain, but in any case, it is possible that he will return before the end of the season, and certainly if the Wildcats advance in the playoffs.
To me, it's easier if he's got a little bit of a hairline fracture than the sprain.
May very well be.
So hopefully, whatever is the quickest, but now by winning this ball game, he should not be needed until the last game of the season.
Right. I think you're right. Yeah. And Brandon Fairclough said the play he went down on was somewhat similar to the infamous Joe Theismann play, where Theismann's leg was snapped in two, basically, by Lawrence Taylor, but obviously not anything like that in terms of the severity of the injury, but a similar type situation. So, as Tony was alluding to, it's Community next week, the Community Braves. They were behind 42-0 at halftime to Aubrey. So
I didn't even look it up, but I bet you they were as close as they're going to get.
Yeah. So in all seriousness, there is absolutely no reason to think that the Wildcats might lose that game next week at Community. But then the Wildcats come back. Tony said to play Lake Dallas here in 2 weeks. That conceivably could be a tough ball game. But now Lake Dallas had lost to Paris earlier this season, so I think the Wildcats would be considered.
We're considered, and we're in a couple of weeks of stay healthy mode.
Yep.
That's in my book. That's what we're after.
But the interesting thing here tonight was going to Jackson Hare in the Wildcat. I wondered about that during the week, Tony, if they might do it. But I thought the way that Brandon Faircloth and his offensive coordinator Peter Medlock handled it was good. They most of the time they had Mason Cooper out there as the regular quarterback, but then when they got down on the goal line, then they would bring in Jackson for the.
But you called
Wildcat.
It early in the third quarter or whatever too, out down here in our own territory. They opened up with Jackson. Now, I didn't see it. I wasn't quick enough to see it, but you called it in the first time in the first timeout as well.
Well, what happened there was they still had Mason Cooper at quarterback, but Jackson Hare standing a step to his left or right.
They got to shoulder them, basically, is what it was, so they could snap it to either one.
Yep. So that was very interesting, but they went to that, of course, because of the injury to Deuce Timmons. So Mercy, do you have any scores, or have we been too distracted?
Nothing changed from what it was in half. There's a bunch of big scores, so let me see right quick.
This was definitely the biggest game in the district tonight. The only game that really had much.
Cooper won big. Corsicana beat Greenville big. Pittsburgh won over North Lamar. Como lost big. Cumbie lost 29-28 to Clarksville, or there's 8 minutes and 57 seconds, so there's still hope. Little Elm lost. Commerce won big. Winsboro won big. No surprises from what it was. No comebacks there.
Okay,
so
good.
You got the one game with Cumbie that's still up in the air.
Got it. All right, so Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet, and the University Interscholastic League. Pre-game is presented by Super Handy. Halftime is presented by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. And the Wildcats with a 38-35 victory over the Paris Wildcats tonight after leading midway through the first half 17-0, but it turned out to be a wild and wacky game here at Gerald Prim Stadium tonight.
Before we leave, we need to find out what this group is. We got a group looks like middle school kids with trash sacks on both sides of this stadium, and they're working their tails off cleaning all this trash.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're not band kids, but
band or soccer or somebody like that. But we need to find out and give them their credit.
Yeah, we sure.
They're sure getting after it, and there's a bunch of them too, and they're having a good time doing it.
Well, yeah, sure, that would be fun. And typically we're among the last people out of the stadium here after we have a long discussion after the game, but it's worthwhile. So thanks to James Terry, producer in the KSST studio tonight, Matt Jensen, our technical director and video producer, and you can see this one again on channel 18 and on YouTube, KSST's YouTube channel, and obviously thanks to our wise man Tony Flynn tonight. 38-35. I have to look back again to remind myself of what the final score was. 38-35. The Wildcats win it next week at Nevada Community for our next ball game. So we say goodnight from Gerald Prim Stadium. This is John Mark Dempsey. This is KSST.
Thank you, guys. Good game. Folks, you've been listening to Wildcat Football on KSST 1230 AM.